Hello everyone, this is Taylor for the Indypopcon version of the Midnightgrabbag podcast. This year has been really fun. We done a lot more stuff. We won an award as fan favorite podcast. So thank you guys for all the love and support and voting for us on that. It's really an honor. I'm just waiting on Carl to mail us the award. But it's been exciting. We got recognized a couple times. It was pretty fun. There was a lot more games. I love how they was doing esports this year for the Indypopcon. But this podcast is mostly just aimed towards all the guests that they always have at Indypopcon and get their opinion, the pre-planning of PopCon, how they prepared themselves to go there, and then during the convention, and then towards the end, overall they're impressed on Indypopcon this year. This year, it's one of the best years they have in a while, and I loved it. And I love that they give us the opportunity to be pressed there and let us interview and let us do all these great opportunities. I met an amazing artist there, and it was just a wonderful experience. The only downside, I just want to say that I rant about it on my Twitter because I'm salty AF 24/7. It was 3 years ago, Indypopcon used to have a press room, and the press room was amazing. It was nice and private. Everyone was in there doing their little interviews and stuff. It was just amazing. And then now the last couple of years, they took it away, and we had to freelance and go somewhere else to do our interviews and try to make it as quiet as possible because we're a podcast. I understand to have the podcast stage and everything, but the people that we want to interview as many guests as we can, and we can't put them on the podcast stage every time we want to do an interview. It just not work like that. Because some people does their podcast live. We don't. We pre-record our podcast and post it later and edit it, add music sometimes. But sadly, this podcast won't have any music because I'm gonna be somewhat salty for right now. Is that literally as I was editing this podcast, we had so many interruptions and everything that I could literally make a 2-hour podcast with just all the interruptions. So I took out major interruptions and stuff, but I kept some in just to show how inconvenience it is, and just hoping that Indypopcon open up their eyes and see hey, maybe a press room would be great, maybe 2 or something, some nice little spacious area that we can set up, interview people, and go. I understand some people's oh, can you just do it at the booth? But the booth is in the middle of the convention, which is a lot of loud people. And everyone's talking. We try to be as quiet as we can. We just hope if Indypopcon listen to this, at least beginning half of this, they hear this. Because even a couple of the creators was I wish you guys had a press room so this can be more private, and we understand too. And hopefully a lot more people will at them and tweet at them to let them know hey, they need a press room, because it's very hard that somebody tweeted out our location where we was interviewing a couple people and they was hovering and ready to interrupt the podcast, or we can hire as many searchers as we can ping it as many times as we can, but we're always gonna have that 1 or 2 people that's not gonna follow the rules. But overall, Indypopcon was a nice fun experience. I just wish Indypopcon will listen to their media people soon. Please, hear our plea that some people can have the equipment to eliminate sound. Sadly, I don't have that equipment. I don't have money for all that, but what can you do? So yeah, so enjoy this podcast of the Indypopcon where we interview. First is Stephanie, who did Grittysugar, CDAWGVA, aka Connor, Aubrey, aka TheTinyTaco, and Crankgameplays, aka Ethan, and Girbeagly, aka Brian. So enjoy, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, whatever those cringy YouTubers do. And I'll see you guys at the end of the podcast, and I hope you guys enjoy. We will be doing a visual aid of the game that we usually play at the end of the podcast, but you get to hear all the answers in this podcast if you want to hear it. But if you want to see how it happened, that video will be coming out very soon, hopefully, fingers crossed. Just keep on yelling at me on Twitter and saying, Taylor, don't forget to edit that one video, but the one things with those people, those sweet, sweet, awesome people. And then I'll leave in the description below of all the amazing people that we have interviewed. Thank you guys again for this wonderful opportunity and let me make podcasts for you guys. This is so fun, and Indypopcon, again, thank you for the wonderful opportunities of the year to let us come to the convention and just like review it and do all of it. I appreciate that, and hopefully we can see you guys next year. So enjoy. Alright, hey everyone, welcome to the Midnightgrabbag podcast live from Indypopcon. I am your host today, Taylor.
I'm your co-host, Ryan.
And we have our lovely special guest.
Hi, I'm Steph Egan. On the internet, I'm known as Grittysugar. You can find me YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, and all that jazz.
So,
You like jazz? I had to
10
take the
seconds, we got a meme.
I gotta take my opportunities where I can get them.
alright, have you ever like been in a convention like in the US or in another country?
Only the US. I have been, where have I been? Anime Boston, PortCon, what's that other one? New Jersey one. Anime Next, Rhode Island Comic Con, SakuraCon, now Indypopcon.
Hey.
So a few.
So far, like, we know, like, this is day one, but so far, how you like the environment of Indypopcon, like, setting up the vendors and everything right now?
So far it seems like pretty well organized. Like everybody's just been super nice and helpful. Like, I don't know, I came in and checked in last night and I was like one of the last people and I'm like, I'm sorry to be that person. I'm just trying to get my life straight. They're like, oh, no problem. Here's all your stuff. Have a good one. It's like, yeah, it's been totally fine.
So, on your YouTube channel, like, how did you get the idea for your YouTube channel, and like, why did you start doing art?
Ugh. I've been doing art since I was like in kindergarten. It's just always been a thing. Sorry, there's. Oh no, I'm sorry.
I thought it was my alarm. It's like not. I was like, it's not 9 p.m. I don't have to take my vitamins yet.
It's my alarm to make sure I find you guys. Wait, what?
It was like
podcast is off to a riveting start.
It was like how did you get the idea for your YouTube channel, and like why did you start doing art?
Okay, so the art definitely came first. I've been doing it since I was like in kindergarten. It's just something that I've always been into. Like, I've kind of been into cartoons and anime like since forever. I've always just been like copying everything I see, so I'd just be drawing a bunch of Powerpuff Girls or a bunch of like Naruto and Shaman King and all that stuff. And it kind of just evolved, and up until high school I didn't really think like, oh, I'll do this for a career. But when I was looking at colleges, it's like, oh, I'll do this for the rest of my life. So that's kind of how that happened. And YouTube just kind of came with it. It's like everybody and their mom has a YouTube channel, and it's definitely a way to get your name and face out there. So, seemed like a good idea.
Like, what was like your favorite like childhood cartoon?
Oh God. The Simpsons are pretty nostalgic for me. Like, I would watch that with my whole family.
I'm sorry, like the first thing that popped in my head was Homer when he's like it's like a nightmare or something. I can't remember what it was, but it goes over like he like runs into a sign and says die, and he's like, ah! And it's like and it like shows to be dying, and he's like, what?
I think that's like
screams.
That's the Shining one.
Yeah,
isn't
that was
it?
no. The Shining one was it was like all work and no play makes Homer a dull boy, and he like hits his head on the door. He's like, oh, and he picks up the axe. He's like, oh, and
what popped in my head with the Simpsons now is the inside joke in the Overwatch League right now, where like they was doing the Outlaws, the Overwatch League team, did a video about like guess the character and voice actor of it, and then they had to guess Lisa Simpson's name, and one of the guys was like, "Oh, Melissa McCarthy voice actors her," because he answered Melissa McCarthy on everything, and I was like, "That's not right." But I was like, so I posted on Twitter. It's like, man, I love the Simpsons, especially Melissa McCarthy's my favorite voice actor in the Simpsons all the time.
Do you like and retweet it?
Yeah.
Do you want me to like blow it up or?
Let's make it a thing now.
Hashtag.
Hashtag Melissa McCarthy, favorite voice actor in The Simpsons now. What's your favorite anime?
So, nostalgia-wise, Shaman King, that was
Yes.
my jam. Oh my god.
Yes.
I had like any merch I could get in America at that time. I had like, all 3 DVDs, because
Yeah, that's right.
they hated that show for some reason. But currently, I'm tied between Yu Yu Hakusho, because I just finished all of that again, and Michiko and Hatchin, which I feel like is super underrated, and I love the hell out of it. Can I swear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please
You're
do. I
please do.
swear
That's
so
us.
much.
We do it all the time. That's
But,
why we can't get monetized.
Don't you know about my favorite anime, which is Beyblade, where they depict Moses parting the Red Sea with a powerful Beyblade?
Let it rip.
There's a literal scene, and I'm
Beyblade.
just like, oh, America's gone too far. We need to pull back. Dude,
Yeah.
it's like that and like Yu-Gi-Oh were like my 2 favorites. Just
I was
because
really
like
into Yu-Gi-Oh too.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh my god.
like I still have
The
my
cards,
like
Yu-Gi.
tin of like all the cards.
Yeah, all the holographic ones. It's like,
I remember when
maybe
the
one day
Yeah,
they'll be worth
remember when
money.
like the well, here's the thing. Like, I had a bunch of like random Chinese cards that I got at a yard sale, and apparently they're worth like possibly thousands of dollars. I've just never gotten appraised.
eBay that shit.
Yeah, that's like like it was literally like, hey, this Chinese dark magician, there was only like 100 made, so it's worth like $600. And I was like, are you sure? I'm like,
It's a car payment.
yeah, yeah, it is my car payment. But yeah, just like Yu-Gi-Oh is a weird one, just because like this like whole like Seto Kaiba having a real hate boner for a dead guy. Is that okay to say? I mean, I'm not
You
wrong.
already said it.
Like, oh, have you seen the remastered? They remastered the movie and like redid the art style, and they made it so much cleaner.
I haven't checked up on any Yu-Gi-Oh related things in
Like,
forever.
I just had like an anime binge one day, and I like found it, and they like made it so much cleaner, but he's still got that hate boner, and it's way more intense. And now he's just like, he's dead, guy, but just leave him alone. He's like, never, I'm bringing him back, and he like flies up to a space station. It's a like, it's like being on a drug trip and you're not coming down, even though you're like still trying.
Am I sober?
It's like, I've been sober since like 2000, I don't know, 1, when I was brought into this world and able to fully think.
Back to Indypopcon. So Indypopcon's based around a lot of like indie games and any other games. So it's what kind of type of games do you like to play, if any?
So the only 2 I'm playing right now, I'm doing Shadow of the Colossus Remastered. I've never played it before, and it just looks like my jam. And Persona 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I played Persona 4, fell in love with that, so now I'm trying to do that one. God, that game's like 100 hours.
Oh, it's so good.
So long.
My problem is like I only got into Persona because I watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And,
Really?
Like, yeah.
Oh.
And like people were like, "It's a JoJo ripoff." I'm like, "It's been around since 2003."
Yeah, what?
And
There's like 5 of them.
well, like my whole thing was
Ripping
just
it
like
off.
when Part 3 came out, it was well technically when the manga for Part 3 came out. It was like 1999, I think, was like when it came out, because like that's when like Araki drew everything, and then people were like, "Oh, Persona ripped it off," and it's like, no, it didn't. It's like all of it was just punching and stabbing for JoJo's. Now they have like actual like intricate fights. But
Didn't Persona start off as like pixel art or like
Yeah, it
something
was-
completely different?
it was like a game, like I know it was supposed to be like one of those like shonen games where
Yeah.
it was like, you know, like the main protagonist has like that super powerful thing, and like they were just like, what if we don't have the protagonist really engage in the fight at all, but just have him like that Persona kind of thing? I'm sorry, I'm making so much podcast time because I'm literally talking about nonsense.
Yeah, but Persona's great, so it's okay.
It's really good.
No, I just heard the buzzing and I was like, are they coming back?
They come back up on a cart and it's just like, Jesus Christ, how could this get any worse?
Wrong
They
floor,
like
Bob.
scream, we went the wrong way.
Bob, I gotta go this way.
I love how they didn't say anything until after they saw the sign and we're right next to the microphone. It was like, I think we went the wrong
No, my
way.
friend, he was standing at the sign and he's just like, I think we go here. And it's like, I'm like, cool, yeah, you do.
It says, please be quiet. Ah! Yell.
Oh god, I remember last year when you and Victoria were doing it, I was literally vaulting over chairs to like stop people as they were coming in.
Yeah.
I was so aggressive
We
about it.
had a couple people that volunteered to actually stand over there to shush people as they walk past.
Dude, oh, it was
It's like
crazy. I was
filming
sitting
sets
there at
when
the
you,
top
like,
of the
do a
escalator. I was
coffee
like,
shop scene and
I
you're
was
like-
like an usher. I was like about to like sign your seat.
Like it's coffee shop hours and you're doing a scene, you're like,
Gonna have to be quiet, ma'am.
I'm like, I don't know you, but shut up, cat.
So, next question, like we've been doing podcasting for like 3 years now. Have you ever thought about like ever doing a podcast, just sitting and just chatting about art or anything like that?
That'd be really cool. So, not sure. So, you know Crimbrisher, right?
Yes.
Puppet Man. He used to have a podcast. I guess somewhere on his computer there is a podcast of like me, him, and Kelly. Pretty sure he just decided to drop the whole idea, but I don't know, I think podcasting's super cool. But
So nice
yeah,
when the signs are
my
red.
first ever podcast, it was with those guys. And it was just kind of a lot of memes, so it's super dated, and I'm kind of glad it didn't come out. But that was super fun, so I want to do more. I'm totally into this idea.
Is there any like other podcasts you have listened to?
I got a few. My brother and me. It's like everybody's go-to. Lore, which is
So great.
yeah, a bunch of spook. I'm so into spooky stuff. Oh my god. Like the Adventure Zone. It's also a cool one. I also listen to He's just dancing around.
but quietly.
I just felt so bad because she like tightened up. I was just like, no, thank you. I'm saying thank you. You're so appreciated. And, like, I want you to know that you're appreciated. And they're just like,
Fortnite days unlocked.
have any of you ever seen like the Freddy Freaker thing?
He's back.
Yep.
That like that Oni was talking about.
Those are like one.
Oh boy.
So many random jump cuts between jokes. It's like, hey, you ever heard of Freddy Freaker? And then it just goes off to a completely different subject.
Gotta go.
I mean, I have ADHD, so if I make that known, maybe the jump cuts will make sense. I just went brain dead for 10 minutes and came back.
It's the same guy from last year too.
Oh, please tell me the suitcase, guys.
Those
What
are
if they were
here.
just standing
It's
there?
quiet
Mark
until he
is-
stops. And it was like,
Nah, man. One thing is, I didn't think that was gonna be a popular elevator.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
We're gonna be really.
Because last year it wasn't that popular.
No,
but
it was only popular once.
what was really weird was last year when they like were getting the cherry picker out. The guy tried to get me to like get in the cherry picker. He was like, "I want to figure out the height," and I'm like, "Of what?"
Like that's not how.
This is a lawsuit waiting to happen, sir.
excuse me, sir. No. Oh.
I got some.
Hey, you ever seen that Vine where it's like do do
When you
do
gotta be
do,
able
and the
to,
girl
like-
slams her head against
Yeah.
the table? That's how I feel right now.
To like calm people down.
I got.
You're the co-host.
You're part of the freaking podcast. No.
Trey, Haley. Can y'all do that?
Trey, just start delivering a swift throat punch to every small one. Like, just go.
Slap in the head.
Try to do my best to do.
It's like smack him on the top of the head, like, bad, don't do it.
Shut up.
I love doing a podcast because having ADHD, I jump from topics and people are just like, yeah, I love listening to him talk. It's like, I haven't had a solid thought run through my head since like 2002 when I thought about a salamander.
I mean, it's good comedy.
Back to the podcasting.
Yeah, what?
We didn't talk about like our favorite podcast. My favorite podcast of all time is Co-Optional. Rest in peace, Total Biscuit. Like,
Ooh.
they're the reason why
that wanted to start the Midnightgrabbag podcast. Cause I was like, cause I didn't know what podcasting was until I watched them. That they literally just sit around and just talk about video games. It's like, I want to do that for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I can chat for 2 hours. We do that anyway at midnight. So why not like record it and put it on the internet?
Do you listen to like the Beastcast or Giant Bomb at all?
Yes.
I think I've heard one
Yes,
of these
yes,
casts. I like listen to all of my podcasts on Spotify, so like a lot of the stuff that like you guys are talking about, I don't really know. The only one I can really like figure out is just like the lore one, because
Lore's pretty sick.
yeah.
Have you ever heard of Last Podcast on the Left?
No, I
I
haven't.
have not.
Ugh. So that one's kind of hardcore. It's like these 3 dudes like sitting in a basement somewhere, and they talk about like
Isn't that every podcast?
yeah.
You're not really giving us a specific setting. You're
Well, hang on. It's 3 dudes, basement. They talk about like cryptos. They talk about like missing people and aliens,
Whoa.
and they talk about like murders and unsolved cases. But they get like it's brutal.
See,
So like
like-
it's not for the faint of heart.
yeah.
But if you're into that,
Like
I suggest them.
I was that weird kid that had like the cryptids book, and like I knew everything about like cryptids and stuff, and I remember learning about the goat man of like Kentucky,
Goat man.
and like
Oh yeah.
that was one thing that like I was always so excited to hear about. And there's also one that a coworker told me that we can throw this in because it's really interesting. So I think it's in like, I think he was saying it was southern Kentucky, about southwest, somewhere in that range. It's like kind of near Murray, or no, it's southeast, yeah. So there's a swamp basically back there, and like if you go in there, it'll be like, if it's super rainy, it will literally not be able to work out for you. Like you'll never be able to go through. Well, there's this old man that lives back there. Well, he said that he's
course.
collected like millions of dollars, and he has them in mason jars. Well, some kids tried to rob him. It was 4 teenagers. 4 teenage boys tried to rob him, and they successfully got the jars, but they got stuck in the mud hole, and it was saying that if you try, and he was like, you'll never take my gold as long as, or he's like, you'll never take my money as long as my soul is like in this body. And like he was saying, like they were saying that he was like a shaman, and he did like, you know, black magic kind of things, or like the old like, you know, like the bayou magic, like like dark magic from like Louisiana. And like they were saying that like he can manipulate like the sinkholes to where like it'll be solid, so he can get you into like the trap. And it was saying that like every full moon, if you try to take his gold, you will sink to your death. And like
Don't do that.
yeah. And then there was like the whole premise of like that and the goat man, where the goat man was just like, he'll lure you on the bridge and then you'll jump, which isn't really good, because every time I think about that, I think about Day DeVito. Suicide is badass.
I'm the goat man.
I'm the goat man. So, what would you be doing if you wasn't on YouTube?
Like as an artist or like
In general, like,
Just,
what,
like,
like
what would
was
you do for
your
your
like what
career?
was your reality? Like
Oh,
YouTube
God.
did not exist, and you still like wanted to do art, but like what?
it's so strange to think about because it's like
It's become such a
that's
crucial
all I
part.
know.
Right.
I don't know, it's weird, but like the first thing that comes to mind is like a planner of some sorts, because like I am crazy organized, and I just think that's fun for some reason. It's just getting things in order and sorting out whatever. So something probably related to that, but I don't know. That's like if I lost my right hand for some reason.
It's like I get that, because I feel like if I wasn't podcasting and stuff, I'd probably be a traveling agent,
That's
because
fair.
I plan like everyone's trips like so far right now.
I mean, yeah, you planned this entire trip and I paid you.
Yeah, like
Because I'm not organized. I don't know what I do. I'm still trying to figure that out. Like, I'm just in college to build computers because I want to build stuff,
Yeah.
and I want to work at MSI because they rip people off, so I want to get on that.
like my ultimate
Little
dream.
call out for MSI in this podcast that we're not
I thought you
getting
were
sponsored
talking
by
about the
them.
band, and I got excited.
Oh no, not MSI. I love them. Wait,
Mindless self-indulgence.
I'm not thinking of what you were saying. I was thinking of the people who made Miss Murder.
AFI.
AFI, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that took me back to high school.
Oh, yeah. Get that eyeliner and that purple hair going.
Get some MCR
Well,
in there.
I was blue. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god, MCR, like Blink-182, but only like for like 3
Everything
songs.
just comes
Like
back.
Rock Show, Damn It, and then like
some
the,
Linkin
like,
Park.
or what's my age again? Where they were like running naked, which is a weird one. But just like, I just have a 2001 emo like playlist
Green
on my
Day.
Spotify. Green Day will be emo forever, and they will never like not be emo.
The only reason I got into Green Day because I watched their Broadway musical.
Yeah,
Really?
American Idiot.
Was it really good?
It's
American Idiot
really
is so
good. I
great.
love
Ugh.
Boulevard of Broken Dreams because like Boulevard of Broken Dreams and Holiday, just because like I like all the song. I've learned all their songs on bass, so I loved playing it, and like hearing it isolated was just like you just like that kind of like it's like that like
if you-
ASMR.
If you watch like the Broadway musical of it, it is like an 18+ thing because there is like a
Yeah.
very human interaction
like-
scene. that,
It was also like when they made most of these songs, it was the early 2000s, so there's a lot of slurs that weren't
Yeah.
slurs
like,
back
it's
then.
it's the
Like-
whole American Idiot.
Holiday
album.
and American Idiot both had like
I remember the
serious, like-
radio edit version.
yeah, like they
Yes.
had like serious like slurs against people
Yeah.
of like, you know,
It was-
like different sexuality, so they were like, "Ooh, we gotta change up the
Yikes.
play."
Like, Yikes-roon.
That's like
Yeah, it was wild. So how did you find out about Indypopcon?
How did I find out about it? Oh, God. Probably Twitter, honestly.
I showed up at the wrong place and they let me stay.
Yeah. It's like, I got all these prints. Why not?
Wait, let's get that boost going, which we
Yeah.
will be hitting up.
Ugh, that was fun. I had to set that up myself. Ugh.
Oof.
Took
That's-
2 hours.
that's-
Oh gosh.
so
Yeah, it was
this is
fine.
more of just like a personal question, but like with your animations, I know animation takes a lot of time just because you really want to get like the movement set up, but like what is your natural span of like getting like a full like maybe I'd say like 5-minute video of animation?
Oh, God, 5 minutes.
Yeah. Because like most of your like stuff like Mark and Jack and like everybody like they've been kind of around that mark or like much higher. I really don't know the times as well, but like it's just like that seems like so time consuming and like rough.
Oh, it is. It's like if I'm just working on one of those animations and it's like maybe 2 to 3 minutes and it's just like what 9 to 5. That's all I do.
Yeah.
I would like at least a month,
Yeah.
definitely, but
Okay.
definitely no more than 2.
I mean, like from what I've heard of the animation, that's actually like a lot faster than I was like originally expecting because like, well, that's just more of just like doing this professionally to the point where like now it's just like clockwork, you know, it's like muscle memory. But like, what really gave you your style? Because like your style is like kind of like that cute like it's like. I don't know how to put it. It's like it reminds me of Kirby's Epic Yarn a little bit, like that kind
I
of like
haven't heard that
pastel,
one.
like
I like that.
kind of like patch
That's
thing.
one of the
It's like
fan questions.
no, it
really?
is.
From the Fire Child was question, how do you animate such a paper cut static style?
Yeah, yeah,
That's how
it's like
they,
that kinda
That's
like
how they named it.
paper like not stop motion. It's like the paper like fluent, and it's so cool. Like
Yeah.
it gives me like an aesthetic of like South Park's like paper consistency
I get
where they
that a
used to
lot.
do that, and
Uh-huh.
like the kind of like Kirby's Epic Yarn because it's really like fluent and bouncy.
I
But
get it.
just what really like gave you that? What helped you develop that certain art style? Any inspirations?
Oh, God. So, the style itself, I developed it for my thesis in college, which
Oh.
was like almost 4 years ago, my God. And, but for that, my thesis was like about cute animal characters, and I wanted it to be like, oh, check out these cute animal characters, nothing's wrong, and like to convey that, I used that style that was like just paper cutout, storybook, kids like, woohoo, and then like later in the film, it's not as kid friendly.
Oh, it's like Happy Tree Friends.
Yeah, in a way.
Like it goes from being like, oh, they're so cute, and it's like, oh my god, the moose is already
Not as
half
gory,
dead.
but yeah. Yeah, that's basically how it happened. I'm trying to remember, like, what did inspiration? Ooh, it was so long ago.
I mean,
What
like,
did it?
it's just more of like, were there any like cartoons or like comics that like you saw like their animation style, and you're like, that's a nice one, and did it?
The first thing that comes to mind is like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
I had that
yeah.
feel with it, yeah. When I first saw it, I was like, this reminds me of Foster's, and I
Yeah.
think that's what attracted to me.
definitely a little bit of that. I'm trying to think, like, what other non-outline shows are there? Like, there's Samurai Jack, but that's, like, more action.
Yeah, but I mean, it does have, like, that kind of, like rougher edge. Like, you have, like, your edges are very, like, straight line. They're not, like, super rough or, like, super gritty. It's more, like, straight edge, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Are.
So what was your like favorite moment at a convention? And then it'll be the last question. We're gonna move on to the one more fan question.
Okay.
Okay. Favorite moment at a convention? I'd say my favorite moments is like people walk by my table and they're like, "Oh, that's cute," and then they're like, "No, wait," and they like look at me like, "Are you that?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Are you the?
Like, you Grittysugar. And like just seeing their face light up and they're like, and like I had one girl just like flat out scream and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm not that cool, I swear to God."
You just lean back and it's like,
That guy.
hello. This is an emotion that you
Like,
can feel.
"Whew, I feel the love, but oh boy." Moments like that, definitely.
Yeah, I never really like took into account just like no one really like notices. They're just like, "Oh, it's cute," and they're like, and, like
Yeah.
you feel like their neck pop.
Like,
as
you're
they,
a
turn
person.
back
I'm like,
and-
yeah.
Real.
It's like you're well known.
Like personal question, like from me, like for because you did the animation for the You're Welcome to It, right?
Yep.
So it was like did you have like freedom control to make that, or did they like come up with that storyline?
It was mostly Mark's idea. He gave me the music, and he's like, "So in general, this is what I want to happen. It's like, I want to show us, like, going across the country, like, picking up everybody individually, and it's like, as long as you do that, like, have at it." So I just went through and, like, made a quick storyboard, and, like, "Is this what's going on in your head?" And he's like, "Yep, do that." I'm like, "All right."
It looked amazing.
Thank
we
you.
went to the tour, so we saw it.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, it was great.
I saw the
That
one in
was, like-
Boston, and it was, like, the most surrealist thing in the world.
See, like ours was in Louisville, and like rarely anything with YouTubers comes to Louisville. Like we've become more popular as it's like gone on, but like it's just one of those things of like we're mostly just like kind of like either country stars or like, some kind of
Yeah.
sports game. So like now that we have that kind of like content coming in, it's like
Cool.
really surreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, because I'm a marketing student, so we look at the analytics of all that. That's how they figure out who can come to what city.
Yeah.
So it's like, it was very, like, because it's always going to be like a, statistically speaking, get into my little bubble zone. It's only a 12% chance that we will have an internet star in our
Really?
city, just
Yeah.
because they don't do enough surveys in our city to know that there's a lot of people that is willing to travel to go
Dang.
see
Well,
these
that's
stuff.
also
So that's why
because,
there's rarely people
You
coming.
know, the Louisville Cardinals basketball team is literally based there, so like we're obviously going to outweigh anything with sports because like we're like one of like the top like college teams that most people like find out about.
And we're the heart and soul
Yeah.
of country, so
Yeah.
I could get them, but it's so rare to get like internet. So like we just got Miranda Sings
Yeah.
to come, and they said that that's gonna be the testing zone. Like, well, Mark was a testing.
Mark
so-
was a testing. It blew it out of the water
blew it
so
out of the
quickly
water.
that like no
Oh my
one
god,
really
like
knew
YouTube
it.
fans are like everywhere. It's like even though you don't see them, it's like everybody. has
Yeah,
a
like
computer,
everyone's
everybody
there. Like
watches
people just drop
It
30
wrapped
minutes just to
around
get there.
for like a block. I remember
bet.
that.
Oh my God.
It went for a block wide because I Naruto ran all around the whole
Yeah,
block,
we-
and I
yeah,
came back
yeah.
and I was like, I was so head down that I like
Yeah, I,
almost
like,
like did
filmed
a
it
front
all.
flip. Oh, it was terrible.
wild. It was like, so it's nice to see that. So they're like testing the waters a little bit. So hopefully,
It's like, oh
more
jeez, yeah, maybe we'll
YouTubers-
do this again.
Yeah, they say, oh, we can probably have more people to come.
Our shushers are kind of like panicking because they zoned out and forgot to shush.
Yeah, they're fine.
They just like I just see. And just,
Talking.
So, okay, so our fan question is for Arena. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's like, do you have multiple art styles or just the one? And how long did it take you to develop it?
So there's definitely a style going on for the animation, like part of my life, and like yeah, again that was developed during my senior year in college. It's like I want to make this cute thing for my thesis, and then after college, I was like I want to try doing that cute thing again, and it kind of just like after Mark picked up my first animation, it just stuck, and I'm totally cool with that because it's super fun to do. But otherwise, I say like with my illustrations, it's different. Like I do line art. I try to do like more body proportionate things and people, and I don't know. Like lately, I've been going back to like realism. I found a really cool site where like it lets you list all these options you want as like a model, and then for 30 seconds it's just like here's a model, here's a model, here's a model, and you just like rapidly draw whatever you can. So yeah, trying new things, but there's definitely a main style.
Yeah.
Did you ever create a name for that style? Like your own name?
Not
Grittysugar
really.
art.
Well,
Is that not how it would go?
Well,
I'm sure I'm not like the only person to do it. Like I don't want to trademark it or nothing.
Yeah.
Like
Ooh, sorry.
This is a non-controversial podcast.
It's all controversy with me.
can't say it's $5.
Oh, the Lindbergh baby's still alive. Even though that's been like proven false, I'm just trying to stir up every controversy I can.
Oh, please don't.
Wait, what?
The Lindbergh baby's still alive.
What's the Lindbergh baby?
Remember Charles Lindbergh, the guy who like flew over to like Paris? He was like the first pilot. Well, like somebody kidnapped his kid and killed him.
Whoa.
They wanted like $1 million
Yeah, I totally
ransom.
missed that.
Stuff.
Actually, I think that was in a lore podcast. Actually.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, it was on the lore podcast.
Yeah.
It's
crazy. Like
It's
because like they became so famous from it, they were like, "Hey, give us $1 million for taking your baby," and he's like, "I'm not gonna do that." And, he's like, and then like they like
Take it.
found the baby, and
It's a
they
picture,
they were like, "Oh, shit," and like and it was just kind of like he like rubs his neck. He's like, "Man, maybe I should give him that money."
thing.
My wife's kind of upset with me now. I wonder
Yeah,
why.
she should be.
Do you have any other questions before we move on to the game?
I do have one question. So, as you were talking about more like realism and stuff like that, will we see any like slight changes to your art? Maybe like more like defined like hands and feet, or just like
Oh, that'd be
serious
funny, wouldn't it be?
characteristic, just
Yeah.
hyper realistic hands on the like cartoon
like-
style.
I'm imagining like Pop Team Epic.
Oh,
Where it's
I
like they're
love
super
Pop Team.
cute and then there's these giant middle fingers.
Chicken or beef? Chicken or beef? Your life has been spared. It's like the voice actor's Vegeta.
Oh,
that was so.
I got the Nendroids
Your
of it.
life has
Is that
been
how you say it?
spared. Oh,
But-
like, have you ever seen like the explanation for that joke? It's like,
Yeah.
it was like,
there's like
it's like-
actual reason behind
yeah,
it.
it was like, it's like they're either calling you a coward or trying to start a fight, and it's like, and like he's like, what did you say?
This is dumb descriptions of YouTubers, where we're going to give you a sentence and of the worst description we can give you for a YouTuber. You just got to guess from it.
Cool.
And I already got ahead, and I did play test this with other people, and they said they hate them all. And and I was like, yes,
Oh,
especially
boy.
the last one. But I love the last one. Okay, number one. This YouTuber's eyes needs to see a doctor.
This is a real person?
I'm sorry, what?
This YouTuber's eye needs to go see the doctor.
Oh, wait. Jacksepticeye?
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yes.
I thought, like, who's sick?
You sick. Number two, Bing Bong. This YouTuber is looking for a blacksmith.
It's Markiplier.
Yeah. Everybody else.
That
It took a while, and a lot of people did not get that for a while.
Just say blacksmith. Or squirrels.
Yeah. Because these like the first like half of these are really easy, but okay. This edgy Asian YouTuber used to go on crazy adventures with a chair.
Poopy Pie.
Yeah, Poopy Pie.
Now
Next
he's, like,
one.
built
No,
to
so
a
far
new
you're
man.
3 for 3. Hey,
Yeah, I'm winning.
This YouTuber with the iconic green always have wacky ideas.
Iconic green?
Yes,
They have wacky ideas.
always have wacky ideas.
Am I involved in this, or I just sit here quiet?
Hang on. A wacky green man.
I never said it was a man. I just said an
Oh,
iconic
yeah.
green.
Shoot. Wacky green person. I don't know.
The next part of the sentence, like, but hey, That's just a description, a YouTuber description.
Oh.
Oh wait, game theory?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, I didn't say
He was like,
anything.
don't guess.
Yeah, I'm just staying quiet. I'm just having revelations and getting my mind blown.
I heard a weird voice, so I didn't know. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. This gamer is always playing in the sandbox. Their videos are a real hoot.
so two best friends play?
Mm-mm.
No, sandbox.
It is
It's
a
a real
group.
hoot.
It's a group, and
So I'm giving a hint.
sorry.
If it's a group,
Well,
It's not a real group.
it's like a bunch of friends, and they all have separate channels.
Rooster Teeth,
No.
Funhouse.
No, it's a he just confused you with the group thing. It's actually
Okay.
one gamer.
It's
Just focus on the word hoot.
I can't think of any gamer
don't-
that relates to hoot.
Like
not gonna lie, he's pretty ambiguous,
what kind of
like-
animal says hoot?
An owl.
Yes.
I feel like I have like an icon in my mind, but I have no idea what the name is.
They do have the
Shoot.
word gaming in their name.
I don't know, man.
It's Vanos Gaming.
Oh, I've totally heard of that guy. I've just never actually watched anything.
Alright. This small Irish YouTuber is known for two things. One, Rap God, and two, Pablo.
Only play. No.
Focus on the word small.
Something Irish? Oh, yeah.
Like literally small?
Well,
No, they
not
just
anymore.
he's not small anymore. It's just it's in his name.
Yeah.
I only know the one other Irish guy.
Mini lad.
Mini Lad. I'll have to check him out.
He's awesome.
See, I told you something would be ambiguous.
This OG YouTuber hates his selfies so much that it's the title of his first book. It's not a gamer, I can tell you that. It's a really OG YouTuber, like PewDiePie ode.
Like I know Jax Films has a book, but I don't think that has anything to do with it.
There's so many YouTubers that make books now.
I know everybody has a
Kind
book.
of hard.
Yeah, but this one is the actual title is called I Hate My Selfies.
Wait, I hate my selfies.
Yes.
Oh, that's
It
a
is
movie.
Shane Dawson.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
That's the name of his first book. It's
Wow.
called I Hate My Selfies.
I have.
And his second book is called It Gets Worse.
Oh, is he okay?
That's what I always say.
Dude, I haven't watched his stuff since like the
I know,
old
I
like
haven't.
like
been a while.
the Hunger Games one.
Right. This YouTuber wants to battle.
Nate wants to battle.
Yes.
Okay, I know that.
He's got good cover.
These YouTubers cause a big reaction throughout the internet world.
Fine Bros?
Yes.
Yeah.
More controversy on the way.
Oh,
This YouTuber's bowl cut was the thing in the past.
Bowl cut?
Bowl cut.
Oh. It's very like.
I got nothing.
It's a OG. They used to be a group.
It's a group that's now separated. Or well, the two creators have separated and gone their separate ways.
Damn, Phil.
No,
Are they still a thing? I don't know.
I don't even know who that is.
It
so.
is Smosh.
Oh, frick, Smosh.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss them.
And now our last one is my favorite. Cock Dental.
What?
Cock Dental.
What?
Cock Dental.
Cock dental?
Cock
Stop
Dental.
saying it.
Cock dental?
Yes.
You literally said this earlier.
Oh, shoot.
See, I know she has bad memory, so I'm just making this worse.
What did I say? Oh, wait. Rooster Teeth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Well, my other hint was gonna be, what's another name for cock? And you're just like, that would probably end up way worse.
Don't tell me. I'll figure it out.
Penis chicken.
Penis sugar. I thought about that, but I want to be monetized for once.
Monetized?
Monetized for once. So you got... I lost track. One,
Great host, everybody.
3.
You're doing a great job.
I've like
4,
disassociated
5,
2 minutes
7.
ago.
You have 7 out of 11 right.
Ah,
Hey.
You got a lot more
the
than-
first one.
Yeah.
Damn it! I want to know if I'm
So-
winning.
We'll get back to you.
On the
Yeah,
last day,
all
we'll
our
email you and
interviews.
just be like, you won.
All our interviews is today except 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang.
It's gonna
guys
be a
are
rough
busy.
day.
It's a rough day because we have an hour break after this, and then we start interviews all over again.
Just slide.
And
land.
I now get to be the co-host, but I'm so loud that I have to like tone my voice down, which it's good for the podcast because that way I can like kind of, drown out any background noise. But also, I'm so bad at being quiet.
Well, I mean, it makes for good podcast material.
Well, yeah, because I just talk about random experiences, like when that skunk had tried to like get me to give him that cheese, or when that raccoon wouldn't get off my car, and he like kind of was like, he was holding a fry, and I didn't know like.
Shut it down.
Raccoons scare me because he's really small, and I didn't know what he was gonna do, and I was just like, come on, Bubba, and like I like poked him, and he was like, and I'm like, I guess I can't go work. Like,
I'll call an Uber, sorry.
oh, there was also like I have 2 small dogs, and an owl is out at my house because I live in Shepherdsville, which is basically like country. So like, there's just an owl in our neighborhood, and he like landed and tried to get my dog. So I'm just like kind of like,
Are you a
tap
Disney
them.
princess? What's up?
Yes.
Yeah, I attract all the trashy, angry animals. I can't get the cute squirrels.
We're
No,
about
I
to-
just get angry.
Garbage princess.
I'm trash, so it's cool. I'll take all the trash.
Yeah, I have 4 others.
There was one time that
All right, we're about to end this podcast.
Oh.
All right, thank you guys for listening to our first interview. Like, plug in all your social media. Like, where can they find you at?
What do I got? I got Grittysugar on YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, Foursquare.
MySpace.
Tinder.
Yeah. no, I
Because
got.
I'm that. Yeah, because I'm not filled with anxiety. Oh, God.
If you see a Grittysugar on Tinder, it ain't me.
It's fake.
If you do see my face on Tinder, I'm going to have to ask a couple questions.
Why you're on Tinder, man?
Yeah. I also have just like a normal portfolio website, StephEgan.com, and that has like all my store links on it. Store Envy, Redbubble. What's my other one?
Etsy?
Teespring? It's
I
a
would say-
t-shirt one, but I always get it confused.
Spread
Teespring.
shirt or Teespring? I don't know.
Teespring, I think
We will
it's
have
just like,
all that in the description below. Thank you guys for listening. Say beautiful, my freaks. Goodbye. Hey everyone, welcome to the Midnightgrabbag podcast. I'm your host, Taylor,
I'm your co-host, Ryan.
and we have our lovely special guest.
Hi, I'm CDAWGVA or Connor. I do weird anime videos online.
Hey.
And that's about it.
So, we're gonna do a little couple of convention questions. So, have you ever been to a convention like in the U.S. or in another country?
Yeah, this is my 4th or 5th US convention I've been to.
What was the other ones?
Anime Expo, Amicon, Anime Minneapolis, Anime Crossroads, and this one. Yeah, this is my 5th one.
So, how would you compare that to Indypopcon, those cons?
I mean, I haven't really been in the con yet, so
Oh.
I don't know.
Ah,
I mean, the venue's really nice, and because I've been to Indianapolis before, and it's a really nice place. It's a bit hot now, but that's because I'm really pasty and British, so that's probably why it's too hot for me. But no, it's nice. So far, the venue's really nice, at least. I'm excited to. Hopefully, I'll be able to answer that a bit better in 2 days.
yeah, when we're not interviewing.
Yeah, when I've been to the con.
Have you seen
Corner
any of
you.
the booths yet or anything?
I literally haven't been in the con yet, so it's.
These interviews were set up so early. All of our questions are kind of
I mean, it's
valid.
pretty. I mean, you can ask me. It's fine. We can try.
I mean, I can start asking my random questions, but those can go like 0 to 100.
Like my videos.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine. Go on.
How did you get the idea for your YouTube channel?
That's a tough one. I didn't I don't know if how common it is for YouTubers to know exactly what they want their channel to be, or to know exactly where they want to take it. I was bored and I knew how to do voices, so I was like, hey, why don't I prank call people, because that's fun, right? but then I wanted to do like kind of a twist to it, because I think at the time I did that, it was like pranks were kind of like boring on YouTube, and they were so overdone and so dramatic. Like like pranks in the hood, stepping on people's feet, you know, like just really like exactly, like really like obnoxious and fake stuff. So I made the Sebastian prank calls, and it just kind of like went from there. I didn't intend to be like, I'm only doing anime or anything like that. So, but I think that kind of shows there in my recent stuff. It's not just anime. But yeah, I was just bored. That's mainly the main reason. Just really bored.
So, how much did your YouTube channel change from the beginning to you are now?
A lot, I'd say. In the start, I was very cautious about putting me in it instead of the characters. But now it's a pretty fair mixture of me and the characters, which is what I've always kind of wanted. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. I don't know. I think that's kind of... Yeah, I guess because mainly, obviously, hopefully the videos are better, like a lot better. Because I think as every YouTuber will look back at some of their videos and be like, this is a terrible video. Yeah, I'd say I'm a lot more... what's the word? Like kind of I do a lot more things now, not just the voices and silly calls. There's a lot more to it now, I'd say.
So, is this the first podcast you've ever been on, or have you been on a different one?
I've been on the podcast before, not at like a convention though. So it's the first one I've done at a convention.
Have you? Are we special?
Hell yeah! Sorry. People will be like, "When was your first con?" I'm glad you asked. I don't know. I'm sorry.
I was saying, like, have you ever thought about making your own podcast? Since it's becoming like a growing thing that a lot of people are doing currently.
I mean, for me, I guess it'd have to be like, I need something. Like, what's the hook, right? Like, what's the reason I'm doing it? Because if it's like another podcast talking about anime, like how many of those are there already? It's like, hey, 4 white guys discuss why they like Japanese culture. You know?
That's like 90% of the anime community.
Every podcast.
A lot of them are there, like all the anime ones. It's just kind of like, if I wanted to do it, it'd have to be, I guess, something interesting, and I'd have to be doing something unique on it. Like, and there'd have to be like at least for now, at least I don't have anything in mind.
You could really do voice acting. Those have become really popular. I actually
there are.
Listened to one on Spotify.
Yeah, there's a bunch that are really good. Again, but that's another reason to be like, do I need to make one?
Yeah.
Are they better than what I could do?
It's more of like the thing of like, there's so many that you feel like either A, it's not worth it, or
podcasts
B.
there's a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard. And considering they're all like, you know, a podcast isn't normally less than 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time in your day, I think.
Our podcasts are an hour.
Exactly. I think that's normal though. Like the minimum is like 20.
Yeah.
And like, I guess if you're a person who listens to a lot of podcasts, you can probably only listen to like 3 or 4 a day at most, right?
Yeah. But like with like videos, like you can just dedicate like a whole day of recording, and like if it's good enough, you could have footage for like 2 to 3 videos, depending on like how you alternate.
Yeah, it's recording schedules are one thing that I've yet to master. I'm really bad at bulk recording, which is what I should be doing more. But I try my best.
Yeah, we try to do bulk recordings, and sometimes
it's hard, man. After the first one, I'm like, I want to call it a day.
I'm calling it my week. I'm gonna use all the bulk recording right now.
I've done enough work for the year. It's fine.
It's like, whatever. We're done. It's like 1 video a year is chill. Everyone will remember me.
Back to not going outside and eating.
That's the dream.
Giant amount of chips.
If like YouTube like did not exist, what would you be doing right now?
Oh God, I'd probably have just done my engineering job. Because I've just finished. About 1.5 years into YouTube, I finished my engineering degree. So I probably would just got a boring old engineering job doing that, the family trade. Sadly, I kind of like stumbled into this, but I'm glad I did. But yeah, probably some really boring job. This is a lot more interesting.
True.
I mean, hentai dubbing is definitely more interesting.
I get to go to America.
Like,
and
yeah,
hentai.
I could be like a serious like engineer, or I'm just
dubbing.
saying I could get a lot of people hot
this is
and
part of
ready.
my job. This is fun, right? I get to sit around and just talk. That's fun.
Yeah,
yes.
It's like the easiest and funnest part of your job.
Right. I just get to sit there
physically
and just
moving.
talk crap for like an hour.
No, like sitting at a desk and just following.
Right. I mean, I struggle to sit at my desk and edit, but like, yeah, this is.
But like not
definitely
paperwork.
Yeah.
True. It's like, the accounting. Oh,
you're not like an accountant, and you're not like 5 years in, and you're just like, man.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be depressing. I don't know. I feel like it would be.
That's the reason like guns are so popular in America. Now it's not even like the shootings. It's just like everyone has one because their job sucks. They just always have it on the table. debating each.
ready to go.
I have.
You clock in, sit your gun on the table, and just wait.
It's like me
Wait.
if I go on DeviantArt, put the gun on the table, just ready.
No, you just spin the chamber, and you're like, all right, let's see what I find. Oh, knee fetish?
Oh, God.
Duh,
Is that a thing?
Yes,
Yes.
I mean, okay, real quickly, my first semester of like college, me and my friends just did like what we called kink roulette, where we just go on to DeviantArt and see what we could find, and it got bad.
It's
It got so
weird.
bad.
What about the knee specifically? Is attractive?
Like, what happens was like,
but to get like detailed.
Yeah, this got off topic.
okay, so like, you ever seen like a really full water balloon that like isn't tied off and like it's weighing itself down? It's like that. It's like the expansion fetish where like they like expand it. It's like the
Delightful.
knees kind of like separate and look like a balloon of flesh. It's
Oh,
just
God.
disgusting, and it's so like
Oh.
Yeah.
it keeps me up at night. I haven't
Yeah, that
slept
sounds
in
pretty vile.
I met one guy who had a calf fetish. Like
God.
he loves like the muscles of calves and would non-stop like touching girls'
I
calves.
think I've heard a lot of people say that Carl. Calves are attractive though.
I know a lot of people who have foot fetishes, and I like have gone on record in front of multiple people just being like, you know, I think people with foot fetishes should just disappear from this world. And they were like, I have a foot fetish, and I was like, and that's why I'm hated by so many
Ready
people.
to disappear.
I'm over here like, you can have a foot fetish if you're just
Dude,
massaging my feet. That's the only thing I can think of. Anything else,
No,
like if you
no,
start
like,
licking
people
them,
like-
we gotta start talking.
Yeah.
Like you massage them, but no. I don't
I don't
understand.
mind feet. People get really iffy about feet. It's
I
like,
don't
they're just
like
like
feet.
hands for your feet.
I don't like
Yeah, I
feet
was like,
because like
I think it's because
you
it gets
never
sweaty
wash
faster.
your feet. Like here's the thing.
Do you
like,
not wash your feet?
no one ever washes their feet. They just let the water run over them and like they call it a day. Like I know so many people who
No,
don't
I
wash
you
their
just-
feet,
you
and
like
it's
soap those
fucking
bad boys
disgusting.
up, you know?
It's
Just
like,
Like,
do
I
you
still,
guys clean your belly buttons?
yeah, I do.
vacuum it, you know.
Okay.
Dude, if you're doing the floor, why not? Like it's.
I mean, it'll be less embarrassing if your belly button gets caught in the vacuum because you'll just be like, oh god, it's stuck, and they're just like they bust in expecting like it's like no belly button. It's like oh okay cool, and they just like walk
That's
back
one of those
out.
things where, like, if I okay, just for disclaimer, never vacuum my belly button.
You
It's one of those
just-
things where if I was in the situation, I'd be like, but what if this feels good? What happens from here, right?
Well, like,
do I go down this road now if I try this? And I like
like
it?
what if it's actually enjoyable?
Right,
You're just
right. What
like,
if you like it?
you like you go home
It's
and
your
you're just
new
like
fetish.
huh.
But surely, is that like how they like fetishes for some people start? Like they know they're kind of into that, but then they're like, I know I'm going to be into this, and this is really bad.
I was
It's like
ooh.
it's like well there goes my chance of being a functioning member of society. I can't pay my taxes anymore because I have a foot.
probably. There's got to be some out there where people are like, I can't like this.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I wish pedophiles felt
I
that
never
way,
liked.
but I wish that was an open like. I wish that was like an open like, well-known agreement. Just like yeah, you know, pedophiles just have that secret agreement. It's like oh yeah, this is really wrong, but nope.
just agree to wait until Japan manages to make robot kids and then just
Ah
leave them.
no.
So do you like?
Oh,
Oh no, is there a guy?
it's the service elevator again.
It's the farmers.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
They come out with their pitchforks.
So yeah, this question got off topic real quickly.
Yeah.
Since we still like talk about body parts, because I gotta get a guy's opinion on this real quick.
Okay.
Do
Okay.
you guys like look at girls' eyebrows? Do y'all care about eyebrows?
I mean, no.
I don't really
but,
think about
like,
it until
I don't
they're, like,
think
not
about it
bad.
unless they're like.
Like yeah.
My thing is just like I don't think about it unless they like only draw on their eyebrows,
Right,
and like
then
I
it's
think
kinda
about
like-
when it's gone because then I'm like, are you surprised? Because like my boss, oh god, she like came in late and like forgot her eyebrows, and like I looked over, I was like, oh what the fuck, and like
That is
I almost
weird.
got fired because I like.
What makes you ask that question?
Oh, okay, so at my job, I work at Walmart. There's like a lot of employees that keep on like staring at my eyebrows because I don't arch them. I don't do nothing. They just there. Like if there's a long piece of hair, I'll pluck it, but I'm not touching them.
Yeah.
I think it's just dumb. But like everyone's gets so mad. It's like your eyebrows are uneven. Why you don't arch them? They're getting too like bushy, and I'm like,
I think
dude, does it change my face at all? No, I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
here, get a color pencil and color it in every day, because that's what you're doing. You're just taking the hair off and you're gonna color it in. That's what arching is for us.
I am on record for some girl critiqued my eyebrows. She was like, what, you groom your eyebrows or something? She was like, I guess she was trying to make me feel like a masculine because like my natural eyebrows kind of look like they're groomed, and like yeah, I've gotten them like threaded before, and like I don't know why, but
taking
like
care of yourself, looking good.
I just got mad and like licked my finger and like wiped
Yeah.
her eyebrow off, and I got like kicked out.
The only person's eyebrows I can never complain about is just Trey's over there. His is fabulous.
Because he works so
He
damn.
has nice
He's a
right.
try hard.
He's a try hard on his eyebrows.
That
And,
little Indian lady's mean too. She yelled at me.
I could never. I don't care about
said, "Ow,"
eyebrows.
and she's like, "Why are you here?" And I'm like, "Well, I wanted to get it fixed, but shit, it's gonna hurt."
Yeah, it's waxing, it's pulling hair
No,
from
it's
your
not
skin.
waxing. It's she takes a piece of string and goes. Shh. It's like.
I watched my friend get a Brazilian wax, and I
I'm
cried
sorry?
for her.
Why?
Why were you watching
Yeah, why would
that?
you want? Is this
Okay.
like a viewing room? Like,
I mean, like that's.
NCI
She didn't.
detective,
She didn't want to
or-
be in there by herself because she felt awkward being in there
yeah,
with
so
this
just get
little
your
old
friend to watch it
Chinese
instead.
lady.
That's definitely like.
She's
that's
just in this room with the little old Chinese lady just doing it, and we didn't understand what she's saying because she did not speak English at all. It was just getting bad, and we were like,
Support
So
your friend.
strange.
it was
Support
just-
your friend while
Plus,
she's getting a
she got a
Brazilian.
coupon for a free one, and she didn't want. It was
You know it's gonna be good when you got a coupon.
Buy 12,
Okay.
get one free.
it was just
Or it's a little
Buy
sticker,
a
like
box
this
of Lucky Charms, get a free Brazilian wax.
little stamp, like from
Brazilian.
milkshake places. And just like your 12th visit, you get free. You get a
can't
free.
wait.
You
Can't
get
wait to
half
get that
off.
free cookie.
Hey, it's a regular.
If I ever got coupon for half off waxing, I'd be very upset. Like, because I wouldn't understand. Like
What if they
out
took
of
half?
context,
They
you're
just
just like. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like they're like it's like, are you meaning half price? Or are you meaning like you're only gonna go down like the right side? I'm just gonna look like Chewbacca got in like a weird burn accent.
Oh Lord. So back to Indypopcon.
Yes, hi, that's what we are.
So Indypopcon is like mainly for like indie gamers in the internet world. Like, do you play any like games like what genre or
Yeah,
anything?
I'm trash there. I play pretty much like League of Legends and Overwatch.
My life, sorry.
Yeah, but it's what else do I play? I play Fortnite sometimes, but like everyone
Suck at
rolls their
Fortnite.
eyes when you say that. It's like, oh,
No, I
it's
suck
okay.
at Fortnite.
So we all play Fortnite. We just don't play it like religiously.
oh yeah, no, I don't. It's one of those things where if my friends want to play a game and they don't want to commit to League
Yeah.
or Overwatch, it's like, okay. But yeah, I like Overwatch. League, I play too much as well. I don't know. I try not to because it's. I guess when you're a YouTuber, it's like you every time you don't spend like YouTubing, I guess is like a waste of time. At least if you haven't like set it to be like, okay,
It's
I'm
like
taking
that-
time off, you know.
It's that millennial culture where like you sit down and you're like, I'm absolute trash. And
I'm
you're
Right,
like,
right.
I'm
But like sometimes
trash
you wake
for
up and you're like,
Overwatch.
man, I gotta be so productive today. But the world's like, it's just nah. Let's play a few games of League.
Yeah.
10 hours later, it's midnight, and you're like, well, that was a good day.
good sesh.
Me with Overwatch. Play at
Yeah.
2 p.m. and then I look at the
Do you
clock. It's 2 a.m.
Do you play ranked or competitive? What's your rank?
I'm 4,000.
4,000.
Yeah, skill rank. Yeah,
So wait, that's like gold, right?
yes,
4,000.
that's gold.
That's
right?
like Grandmaster.
No,
No, I think it's just gold. I think it's just
no,
gold.
because Grandmaster's in like.
I have to play.
10,000,
I have to
think.
do my placement matches for this season, but last season I was.
I thought it was like every 500 it goes up. Like Plat's like 2,500. I think so.
I think I'm gold. I feel like I'm gold.
I
I don't.
I
I,
know
just
I
remember
was
the
like-
number. It's like
Who
4,000.
do you mean?
Mercy.
Of course.
Oh yeah, the.
Gamer Guild. Mercy.
I'm getting judged. See, this is why it's okay.
You
Okay,
really
stop.
picked like the non.
Okay, I stopped playing Mercy for like. I stopped playing Mercy for 5 months just because of that. But I can play Soldier. I'm a Soldier person.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, like I was in gold before my computer crapped out, so now I have to wait till I can get a new computer to do my placement
Nice,
matches.
Give
So
me
I'm really
Soldier.
depressed.
I just
My shame player is Junkrat.
Yo, I'm like Zarya and
that was good.
Zarya.
I'm Zarya and I'll do Orisa because I can like just
Stand
beam
there.
headshots.
Stand there.
I could do
Shield.
I could do May, but I don't bring May into competitive
I've
a lot.
never-
I'm too afraid to.
Farah is my favorite because I love flying. It's
Yeah,
just fun.
I for some reason just can't.
I can't
play
control her
very
thing.
well.
I'm so like ADD that like having to move around a lot really helps me.
I would love to main Brigitte. I would love
I play
Brigitte.
mainly tanks, but normally I just prefer to play McCree. But I normally just do my placement matches, get put in master, and then just don't play again. Because once you get it once, for some
yeah,
reason,
yeah.
every time you play, like you get placed in whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just keep getting placed in master, and I'm like, this is fine.
like this.
Yeah.
It's great. How did you find out about Indypopcon?
Because when I went to, I think I saw it a lot because my friends Aki and Joey went to it, and I saw they were going. But also when I went to Indiana the first time in November, I think someone told me about it, and I was trying to go, and then I managed to figure it out from help from a friend.
Okay.
And so now I'm here, and it's good. But it was pretty crazy.
When we're talking about Overwatch, do you watch the Overwatch League or anything?
It's hard because I don't know what the hell is going on. And then I was really confused at first because I was like, they were named after places, and I thought they were going to have people from the places on those teams. But then I realized when there was no British people on the London team, I was like, huh.
It's just like NBA.
Yeah, that's what I figured it was. Yeah, but I didn't realize at first. But I personally I don't really watch it, but my friends who do swear by it. They watch it all the time.
Because if you watch it, you get put into raffles and stuff like that to win Overwatch prizes.
I don't know. I feel like it's messy to watch.
It's very all over the place. Just watching 12 people try to fight each other.
Because when you watch League, it's the bird's eye view makes it perfect for casting and then you go on there Overwatch and then there's 3 Tracer players and you're like, what the hell is going on?
Who's here?
It's like that and
Can I get a picture, please? Sure.
No, it's just really confusing. I guess. Sorry, go on.
All I hear is from the bottom of the excavator, shut the fuck up. I'm way too socially anxious to call you out on it because I also don't know who you are.
More people are talking loudly.
No, it's just more of the last time we did a podcast, I was literally walking around just saying shut the fuck up to so many people.
You need that. You need to get a guy whose job is to tell people to shut the fuck up.
Because literally neither of them over there will do it, so I have to.
Those are shushers.
And neither of them.
I always, whenever I try and do videos that I know are going to be difficult in public, I'll always bring someone who I know is going to be shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and the problem is now that we no longer have our co-host, I'm the only person that will do it because everyone else is just too socially anxious to call people out, and I'm just hey, fuck you.
Yeah, my normal co-host is my friend Victoria, but she couldn't come this year.
Because she's in California
She just moved to California, doing the bigger and better things and stuff. Hopefully one day I'll be there. Getting there.
Well, there's nothing wrong with Indiana.
Yeah, don't you love, walking out and possibly seeing city and then driving 30 minutes and seeing
I'm
some
into
guy.
Indiana. I just don't want to stay in Kentucky.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, when I lived in Eastern, I remember you would drive from because it was a college town, so you'd drive out and you'd see a hillbilly with his shirt off mowing his yard, which is a weird thing that I see a lot in America. Just all over America, there's always millions of neighborhoods with shirtless dads just mowing their yard.
It's too hot. Who needs
I'm being the biggest hypocrite right now because every time I tell people when I tell them where I'm from, I'd be yeah, I'm from Kentucky, and they'd be oh, are you guys barefooted and wear overalls? And I'm no, I wear shoes. We don't wear overalls all the time, and then I'm wearing overalls right now, but you can't judge me. I look cute in them.
I've never worn overalls.
They're really great. You should wear them sometimes.
I don't think they would suit me, especially the accent. Just
my thing was
hello, gentlemen, I'm wearing overalls.
Do it. Video idea right there.
I make enough mistakes.
Every time I'm in college, I say I make enough mistakes here.
The sad thing is when you go further south and you go to Florida, and they're oh, you're from Kentucky, so you have shoes? And it's I don't know, do you have school shootings?
No.
And that's how I got in trouble in Florida.
And stop.
If people if somebody says some petty ass shit to me, I immediately lose it. I'm
family-friendly podcast for sure.
We're not.
No,
I feel
don't worry.
She was do you want to be my co-host? I'm you better be prepared.
It used to be in the beginning of the podcast, it'd be we are a non-controversial podcast. I don't say that anymore.
Meanwhile,
because of somebody, not naming names.
If you have to disclaim that you're going to be a non-controversial podcast, I feel you're setting yourself up.
Meanwhile, I'm the first podcast we did, I was really starting
It
shit
was in
with
the
the Fine Bros.
beginning ones, and then he jumped in and was like, I can't say it no more.
I'm here
As long
now.
as we don't talk about starting YouTubers, we're great.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I was like, I don't care what else we have to
I'm full on ready for YouTube drama.
I'm
You
not.
gotta get big.
Yeah.
Then you can start drama.
I'm ready to throw in with Taya Mongoose.
Mongoose, yeah. I accidentally started drama in the Smosh gaming community yesterday by doing a joke. Okay, so like somebody like tweeted out like we're gonna live stream in like 15 minutes, and then like one of the other Smosh games was like okay, and because if you do the okay, it means like shade a lot. So I was
yeah.
like, oh my god, I felt all the shade in that okay,
Accidentally
lol, and then
shaded.
everyone attacked me. I was like,
For saying okay?
yes.
Or no, for saying like she understood like the shade.
Oh.
Because it was an inside joke. Even the other person knew it was like a funny joke, but then all the fans was like,
How dare you?
"How dare you?
Our
How dare
husbands."
you use the word shade in a sentence?"
You know, I'm 14.
I
That's
hope you know I'm
usually-
11 years old. My parents didn't know I'm using Twitter. But shame on you. So our last question that we wrote down, and then we move on to the little Twitter questions.
Yeah, sure.
Is what's your favorite moment in any con?
In any con?
Any con.
Man, that's hard. What, sorry?
It just doesn't happen.
No,
Like,
radar.
I guess probably making the video. I don't know if you guys have seen the videos I did with Michael at the last cross, like the ones in March, the ones that we like called people.
yes.
Yeah, that was like I remember having that idea and thinking, man, if I can convince Michael to do this, that'd be amazing. And like he was super nervous to do it as well, and I was like, don't worry, man, I got this. This is like what I do. And immediately he was like really good at it, and I was like, what the fuck, dude?
It's like shit.
Yeah, it was so good, and it was like it's just good fun when you get to make videos that are like everyone is just genuinely having an amazing time, and it comes out and it shows in the video as well. This is a really interesting and fun video, I think. That's what I'd say. Making the videos, it's really good. He's a treat.
I'm just like finding the questions.
Go for it,
So
go for
fan question.
Don't worry. I'm not going to be like, wow, you're so unprofessional. Make me
So-
wait 5 seconds.
I was. So I don't know if this is like a inside joke in your community,
Go for
but
it.
everyone's like wondering like how tall are you? That's like the most.
Everyone
questions.
always thinks I'm like way taller than I am. 'Cause people are like, man, whenever I had to do like a meetup, everyone would be like, wow, you're really small.
I was like, what are you?
I normally just say like 5'10". That's pretty much.
Okay, like that's like all the questions like how tall are you? How tall?
I don't know why because people keep tweeting out saying like, oh man, you're not as tall as I thought you were going to be, and then everyone's like, well, how tall
It's like,
is he?
what expectations did you have?
Like,
It's
does
like-
it matter? Like if
I was like, in America, everyone's like, gotta be
I don't
6
know.
foot.
Hey,
If you're not 6 foot, then
It's because they just want to know if you're like marriage material. So like they need to know if you're like 6 foot or above. Because then they're like, no.
marriage.
reminds me of like the freaking thing. It's like, man, you're so tall. Too bad I'm only 5'13". It's like pathetic. I'm a whopping 6'1".
I was like,
It's the 5. The 5 makes you sound like a midget.
I'm just over here. It's like I'm above average girl height. Yeah.
What does that mean when it's like 5'11" guy versus 6 foot guy? And
It's literally an inch.
yeah.
It's
yeah, I
1
know,
inch.
but then the picture is
Oh, yeah, yeah.
like 2
Like-
feet.
Yeah.
That's what people
Because
think.
like they hear the 5 and they're just like immediately like, all right, I don't care what you have to say.
Get out of my
they ask
life.
that a lot.
So you
Whatever
say
weird
you're
stuff that they
5'10".
ask me.
I'm like 6'2".
Now
so
you're 5'9".
everyone hates me and my knees are shit. But it's cool.
What are the strange things that they ask me? They always ask strange questions. Normally. There's a few sensible ones.
So, from at Gabby Girl 0612. Other than Sebastian, who are your favorite J. Michael Tatum characters?
That's hard. He does so many good ones. From like a just show standpoint, I'd probably say Okabe from Steins Gate. He nails it pretty good. Because Sebastian's fun, but I mean, I prefer doing Sebastian. Yeah, I'd probably say Okabe from Steins Gate. That's my favorite. I'd say at least. Yeah, I'll go with it.
At Isabel_Gladwin, how many characters have you impersonated since you started YouTube?
Oh my god. I don't know, a lot. Because there are a lot that I've done just once. God, like over 50, I think. But like there's like there's like less than 10 that I do like often. But yeah, like definitely over 50. Like, there's a lot. A lot of them are terrible, but that's normally how it is. Yeah, I think like over 50. I'm sorry, I should like keep count. I have a scoreboard on my room. It's like many characters. Let's go.
Make that a video challenge.
Tally
video.
board.
100 amazing anime impressions. You won't believe I got right.
Wow.
It's a BuzzFeed article.
No, all BuzzFeed is now is like this like $5 versus $100
Yeah,
things.
that's what it is. It's like $5 impressions versus $10,000 impressions.
Oh god.
Hell yeah.
Alright,
Our business is going down rapidly with each restaurant.
That's how it works.
at Kitten_Inc. At Kitten_Inc. Is there any work or projects outside of YouTube that you would like to do near the future?
Man, I want to do more games. I've done a few games and they're really fun because you get just enough information to feel like you've got it right. But then it's also going to be in a game. It's awesome. Just people are going to play. I don't know. There's so many like iconic game voices, I feel, and like because they're just so memorable. I don't know. It really sticks in your mind if you have to play the character or you interact with them a ton.
It's like
It feels more real.
I'm playing like I love like everything from the Telltale game series. I love all their voice acting and stuff.
It's really good.
Like nailed it. Love
Yeah.
it. Love all the motions.
Like Fallout with the 4 voice actors.
The four.
They're
The
4 voice
amazing
actors.
animation.
Oh god, New Vegas was so bad, but it was so fun and I loved it. Like, I loved New Vegas so much, but they had the same voice actor who was also apparently the guy who played Ben 10 in like
Man,
one of the series.
I haven't
And,
played.
like-
I've watched Ben 10, so I don't.
It was like one of like where they were trying to make him older, and it was just like,
Oh, like
no.
the second season or the third season? What's the next question?
So I was like trying to pick out a good one that hasn't been answered yet.
Oh, yeah, that's-
I was gonna screenshot these and be like, but then people were still sending them in. I didn't want to be rude and I already pre-picked them. And I was like, I'll just wait. And I just thought this was funny. It's like at WildPop33. It's like, what's his favorite smell?
No, that's tough.
I like vanilla.
Like lavender's really nice. It's a nice smell. You can't go wrong with it.
I love
Such
vanilla.
a strange question.
But I can't wear vanilla stuff around my friend Shelby or she'll throw up.
Why? Vanilla smells amazing.
It beats me. She just like, I guess she has some traumatic moment that she just can't remember when she was a kid that involved vanilla
I
and
was assaulted by the Pillsbury
Yeah, like
Doughboy.
not only does it smell nice, like it reminds you of ice cream. Like who doesn't? It's like a win-win.
it's like that's my like shower gel right now. It's warm vanilla sugar. And I'm like, yes.
I love the like way over the top Bath and Body Works smells of like, you know, Pink Beach or Sweet Pea.
And then just like in your face, like you can't ignore them.
It's like a salt, and it's like, oh, thank God. And I'm so glad I can never like live down the smell.
Yeah, so bad. I just had a good one and I lost it. Oh, there it is.
Oh my goodness, how do you?
I'm sorry.
I think.
He's been like looking at memes for the past 5 minutes while you're
No, I was just because my instinct
Oh.
doesn't work. Sorry.
At Cordis7, what video ideas have you scrapped or never seen the light of day? How, when do you decide ideas and making the content?
So normally I don't really like. It's rare that I will make or like begin to make a video until I feel like I have all the pieces together. Like I know exactly kind of what I want it to look like. You know, things might get added along the way, but normally I have like at least the bare minimum planned. So it's rare that I will scrap like anything that I filmed. There's a lot of videos that I filmed that I knew I wasn't very excited to film anyway, and they turned out pretty bad. Like there's a lot of fan mail videos like messed up. Like I know it sounds really dumb, but like the audio or something would just mess up, or I wouldn't have half the footage, and it's just kind of like, well, I don't really want to make half a video. But video ideas, oh god, there's like loads, but I forget a lot of them, you know, because if I forget it, it's probably not very good. But then every now and then you're like, damn, I forgot that idea, and at the time I remember knowing it was really good, but like, what was it? Like, yeah, I hate that. That's the worst.
I always carry like a notebook around. I'm very inspired. I was like, yes, write it down, or I would never remember.
I mean, I'm so bad. Like I don't like holding things. So the time's in. Sorry.
You're fine.
I lose so much shit. I'm sorry, I'm like disassociating. All I'm hearing is the monotone singing of Africa. Anyway. Yeah, like there's no beat to it. It's just like, I'm like very exhausted.
No,
because,
it's fine.
like,
It's conventions. Everyone is.
All
Like,
of
been
my
here for
like
like a couple
first
hours
week
and
of
you're
like
like-
my summer semester has just been me not sleeping
Yeah.
or drinking water.
I don't blame
I'm
you.
just like, woo, this is a fun day.
I'm like you, but mine instead of water is coconut rum for me.
Good choice.
I wish I could get. No, I wouldn't do Fireball because Fireball's like kind of garbage.
Honey, no.
Like Fireball's kind of garbage. You know what was really good?
Long Island iced tea.
Schnapps. It was green apple schnapps. That was really good.
No.
I
Nope.
don't think so.
It's gonna be the beginning.
Okay, well, quiz me.
I'm sorry, we don't know editing, so you're just gonna have to.
I was like, what's the
I just
editor?
drag and drop and hit upload, dude. Like,
Like, I mean, you just need your face in the thumbnail, get 1 million views.
I don't know about that. My face doesn't do that. I'm not joking.
Alright.
Your face is.
My face is what, huh?
I'm sorry, I'm
What is
like
my-
having a
Please
stroke
fight,
over
fight,
here.
fight.
No, okay, go.
This YouTuber's eye needs to go see a doctor.
This YouTuber's eye needs to go see a doctor.
Yes.
Why are you nodding at me?
Dumb.
Oh, Jacksepticeye?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, you're doing like literal. Okay, I thought you. Okay, that was no, that's not. Okay,
Dumb
I'm
descriptions.
offended.
Bing Bong, this YouTuber is looking for a blacksmith.
Being what?
Bing Bong.
Bing bong.
Bing Bong.
Oh my god, I'm gonna kick myself when you say oh.
This YouTuber is looking for a blacksmith.
For a blacksmith. I have no idea.
He has a small companion.
He's a small companion.
Yeah.
Yes.
What does he do?
Gaming.
Yeah,
Oh,
gaming.
I have no idea.
You get 2 guesses.
I got 2 guesses.
Yeah.
I can't think of like any gamers off the top of my head.
Just think of basic gamers. Like,
I was gonna, like, it's not Markiplier. No, don't know.
you just want to throw out a guess?
PewDiePie. There you go.
No.
Who is it?
Markiplier.
Is it actually? Why? How does it Markiplier?
Okay, he said like Bing Bong all the time, and his famous line is, "Where's the blacksmith?"
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, back
it's
when
a
they
big
played that
thing.
drunk Minecraft.
Oh,
was
okay.
it? Or-
It was either Amnesia or Drunk Minecraft.
Oh,
one of
okay.
them. But
I've
it was
never-
just a big part of his life. Was, Where's the blacksmith?
Okay, well, I mean,
I was like, when you say that, I was like,
okay,
guess
get
it, guess it, guess it.
Jeez.
Come on.
Okay.
This edgy, ancient YouTuber used to go on crazy adventures with a chair.
Ancient YouTuber?
Mm-hmm.
Is that PewDiePie?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
I feel like there's some reference to the chair in his channel, right? Like
Yeah.
way back. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I used to watch him like.
He had
like,
a
the
guy
games.
named Mr. Chair, and then he had barrels. I was gonna put
Right,
barrels.
the barrels I know.
Yeah.
And the Stefano, is that what it was? That
Yes.
stupid little trophy. Oh my god, that reminds me of like 15-year-old me. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
It's two out of 3. I'll take it so far.
This YouTuber with the iconic green always have wacky ideas. Maybe-
Iconic grain?
Green, yeah.
Grain?
Yeah, the color
As in-
green.
Oh, green?
Yes.
Not grain isn't like rice or wheat.
Green, yeah. And if you get stumbled, I can read the other half of the thing.
I have no idea so far. So.
You should probably read the other half.
But, like,
no one gets this.
So this YouTuber with the iconic green always have wacky ideas, but hey, that's just a description, a YouTuber description.
Oh, Matt Pat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Theory? Yeah. Okay. Iconic green.
His symbols is green.
I guess, yeah.
I want people to get stumbled because everybody's like, it's Jack.
Yeah, that second part helps it, because he's the only one who would be cringe enough to say that. Like,
Yeah.
he knows it's a cringe line, but it works.
This gamer is always playing in the sandbox. Their videos are a real hoot.
He is not.
Thanos?
Okay,
Yes.
never mind.
Because of the logo, right?
You had
no faith.
You had
I had
no faith.
I really
I,
didn't.
I
I'm
remember
sorry, he's not
Thanos and
gonna get
the thing he would always wear.
Yeah.
So I'll take it. Hell yeah, I'm doing okay.
Hey, this small Irish YouTuber is known for 2 things: Rap God and Pablo.
Is he a gamer?
Yes.
Daffy, the
No.
thingy?
No, we got one more guess. You're getting close. Is that group?
It's that group? I can't remember who else is in that group.
A small YouTuber, not in like channel size, but small.
Yeah, small is the key word.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else is like in that group. Who's Irish? Man, I don't know. I feel bad. I don't know. I have no idea.
Mini Lad.
Mini Lad. Oh, okay. I've never watched Mini Lad.
Yeah.
No, I'm failing. Okay.
This OG YouTuber hates his selfies so much that it's the title of his first book.
OG? Like how OG?
Like PewDiePie OG.
Like way back.
Yeah, he's way back. He's not a gamer.
Not a gamer.
Not a gamer. Way back, OG.
I'm trying to think of the OG ones. The only ones that come to mind are like Niga Higa.
Absolutely.
No.
No.
No? I'm trying to... I don't know.
He's white. I can tell you that.
I feel like only a white boy would call this book I Hate Self.
But you said he.
I know, true. I don't know though. I'm trying to think of like OG YouTubers.
Wow, you broadened the horizon
Jack's
by one
films?
person.
Huh?
Jack's films?
No.
I can't think of anyone else.
Shane Dawson.
Oh, I
But
don't
somebody else said Jack's films too with
I'm
that one.
trying to think about OG, and those are the only ones I can remember.
Yeah, Shane Dawson. I know he's like kind of
I used
quiet.
to watch OG.
Yeah, this YouTuber wants to battle.
Nate wants to battle?
Yes.
Okay.
If you fuck that one up, I'm sorry.
Somebody's gonna get it wrong. I feel like it. These YouTubers cause a big reaction throughout the internet world.
Does it react? Like Fine Bros?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a bit of an understatement.
This YouTuber's bowl cut was a thing in the past.
Oh my god, you got a bowl cut?
And it's another OG.
How is it a bowl cut?
They were a group, but the two original creators have separated.
Is it Smosh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They
And
had a
then-
bowl cut?
Ian had bowl cut.
I could see Ian having a bowl cut.
Ian had a bowl cut for years. I think he just cut it like recently.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago he stopped having a bowl cut.
I must have just subconsciously known about it. Okay.
It's like the Bernstein Bears, or Bernstein Bears.
The Mandela effect. They're like, don't look at me weird for this last one. I thought it was funny, but nobody wants me to put it in, but I put it in anyway. Okay, Cock Dental.
Cock Dental?
Yes.
Oh, Rooster Teeth.
Yes.
Yeah.
See,
You're actually winning right now. You've gotten only 2 wrong.
I only got 3 wrong, I saw.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's got
no,
three.
he had 3. That's right.
three wrong.
Sorry.
But that was the last
But
one.
he's
So-
counting. Yeah.
But who's counting? So you beat the other person. You have 8. You got 8 right.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
8 out of 11.
You did really
You're so
good,
far in
yeah.
the lead. Yay!
You have to like let me know when I win, because obviously.
I'll just.
We'll at you on Twitter.
Yeah, at you.
Hey, I won.
You.
Oh my
I'm just-
god, I'm so annoyed that I got like 3 wrong. I should know this stuff.
They're like,
So disappointing.
gosh, you gotta study up on your YouTuber. What kind of YouTuber are you?
Man, I just don't watch gaming people. I find gaming so like hard to watch.
I feel like it.
I do
What's
that
your
enough.
excuse on Shane Dawson?
Yeah.
I don't watch Shane Dawson. I just watch his stuff and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. Like, it's good, but it's not for
Relatable
me.
stuff. It's like, not my life.
Yeah.
I'm not a 12-year-old girl.
I think it's more just like you watch more what you create, so you can get like.
Kind of, but I don't know. I just feel like it's not really. I just don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Just not.
I don't enjoy them.
Well, the whole
Like-
conspiracy thing stuff is like dumb as hell to me, and all the ghost
Oh.
stories and all that. It's like,
Ghost stories. Oh my god.
Matt Pat telling you about how Fortnite is the key.
Fortnite is brainwashing children.
Interviewing Ninja.
Oof.
Oof.
Oh, remember when Ninja got a bunch of hate because he like hung out with
Like,
Drake and
I was saying,
and like everybody was like, Ninja doesn't deserve it, and it's like,
you
what
don't
did he
deserve
do
it. There's no comebacks. Well, that was the
Awesome.
end.
Thank you guys so much for having me. It was
Yeah,
lovely meeting
Just
you
plug in
guys.
all your social media.
Oh yeah, it's CDAWGVA on everything. Just follow me. Tell me how much you love me and everything, because I need. Just,
Give it all the
yeah,
love.
it's CDAWGVA on everything. I'd recommend watching. If you're not new to my channel, watch the prank call videos first. Those are really easy to get into. That's what I'd say. Anyway, thank you guys so much for having me. It's lovely meeting you.
I
Thank you
mean,
for coming
thank
on.
you for coming on.
No.
honestly.
Alrighty. Alright. Hey everyone, welcome to the Midnightgrabbag podcast. I'm your host, Taylor,
And I'm your co-host Trey.
and we have our very special guest.
My name is Aubrey, also known as TheTinyTaco.
Hey, and glad to have you.
you.
So, have you ever been to any type of convention in the U.S. or in another country?
Yes, actually, my first convention was ASUN in Chicago, but then my second one, my big one, was actually Indypop here about 4 years ago, 3, 4.
Like the very first Indypopcon?
Yeah. Well, was it with Mark?
It was
and Wade.
It was Mark and Wade. I think they came.
And everything was like super hectic.
That was our
There's
second year.
Second year, yeah, that's where I was.
I was there
There was like
too.
long, like 2-hour wait lines.
Yes, that was a time. That was a time because we didn't get to meet them, and we was in line, and they said we was the next people in line, but we sit there for 6 hours, and then they let the people that came in for 5 minutes go ahead of us.
Oh, jeez.
So that's why we never got to meet them, and it was.
I saw the panel and then from afar.
Yeah, I saw the panel. We got good seats for the panel, and that was it. But the meet and greet was like bad.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
It made me almost not want to come back because of how not well it was. But
just that triggered us to start doing the podcast.
Really?
They're like, we like critiquing stuff.
Need some tea? I got some tea for you. Let's spill it. Okay, so this group over there being loud as hell, we've already asked them to quiet down earlier, so we were like, hey, maybe y'all can just speak up because they obviously ain't gonna listen. So if you feel like it's getting to just like speak a little bit because they obviously are not gonna shut up. It's a school episode. I do apologize. We already asked, and they don't care. So.
okay. I thought my anxiety was bad earlier.
Back to this. What was it? Oh yeah. So yeah, the hope we asked would trigger us to do the motivate us more to do the podcast because we like critiquing and giving out suggestions and stuff like that. It's like, this is great, and we sent it off. We even gave it to Indypopcon ourselves because we wasn't pressed yet. It was just we're just a couple fans, just there, and they liked it. They took our things for consideration, and like that issue made Mark and Jack not want to come back, that's why they don't come back in this convention at all. And
that makes a lot of sense.
So, because I'm like, in all honesty, it was like a bad move their part because they knew that this is a 2-year-old convention. They didn't know they was going to get that popular that fast because it's a convention.
Both of them in the same.
Yeah, because it's so rare that you see Jack and then Mark and triple over spasm everything.
Were the Game Grumps there too that year?
No.
They weren't there that
year? No. Game Grumps didn't come until when we went. That was the first time ever they came. Yeah, well, it was like, that wasn't Game Grumps, it was like Ninja Sex Party.
Oh, okay.
When they came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's still pretty cool.
Yeah, like, so that triggered them not to come back, and it's a thing that they just need to work on. It's just they need to learn how to know their audience. So we just critique them on know your audience, know what you're in for, and stuff like that. Because a bunch of the volunteers didn't even know, like, they're like, what is YouTube? What is this? It was still like freshly new what YouTube is to some people.
Yeah.
And now they pick their volunteers now to be like, oh, they're internet savvy, so they'll understand, get opinions, and now they can plan it throughout, which is a big change with them. Mm-hmm. So that's why we keep on coming, because we love seeing the changes they're making. We keep on critiquing, and we love doing it, because when we put this podcast together, the first 30 minutes of the podcast is usually me, well, Victoria's not here with us today, but usually me and Victoria talking, critiquing how Indypopcon go, and then we launch it into the interviews and stuff like that. Because that's our main goal when we go to conventions, because it's like, as a press, we gotta talk about what we know about this convention.
That's pretty awesome. I like that. And I can actually feel that this year. Like, I felt like it was a lot more prepped, and people are a lot more aware
and
of what's going on.
It was so nice. It was like, they chill, they're nice.
Yes.
I think we just answered the second question. It was like, how would you compare other conventions to Indypopcon?
Well, what I like about Indypop is that, like, compared to like Comic-Con, it's not like hectic. It's not like, oh my god, there's like, and I could kind of feel it more. There's a lot of people this year. I can really feel it, but it feels a lot more laid back. It's just like, okay, I'm just here to have fun and not like get swept up with everyone running around screaming,
Getting trampled.
And that's what it felt like the second year of Indie Pop. Was just like, it was small, but it was so many people, and it was just like, I can't compose myself in this. And, yeah, when I went
Sensory overload.
Yeah, when I went that year, I had just gotten a new place, and we drove a 93 or 94 Oldsmobile here. We were running on 3 hours of sleep.
Oh god.
And we had to leave that same day because we didn't have a lot of money. Yeah, then that year with Jack, he was running around, he was like high-fiving everybody, if you remember that.
No, I didn't even know. We were stuck in one room the whole time.
Oh, really? Yeah, well, he was high-fiving. My husband's just like dead in the chair, like passing out, and I'm just like, yeah, high-fiving, but I'm just like so overwhelmed and just like, this is too much.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
Sorry, my phone's about to die. Handy dandy portable charger. So like Indypopcon is like based on a lot of video games, indie games specifically. But what like genre games interest you if you play indie games?
Ooh. I'm not like a huge gamer. I play a lot of games. I do like Sims, that kind of stuff, you know, but like I really get into like Skyrim, like RPG kind of games, like stuff where I have like my own choices.
Yes.
That really
games.
envelops me, and especially with being an artist, I don't have a lot of time to play video games. So like I know usually like story-bound games where it's like a linear should like attract me, but for some reason I really like playing like the 60-hour-a-week RPG games that take up all my time.
Like, get it. I love choice-based games and everything.
Yeah, and certain story-based games, like Telltale.
Telltale.
Really. Yes.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
I will be Clementine tomorrow.
Excited.
Is there anything you would change or add to Indypopcon?
Well, a lot of the stuff I would say is what they fixed this year, like already. I really don't know. I mean, the only thing that like freaked me out was like I wasn't ready for the opening exhibit to be so late. It was at 2 o'clock, so like I'm coming in like, oh, everything's already going, already ready, and I come in at like 2 p.m.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
I think that's like, I don't think a lot of people know, because that was the number one thing a lot of people kept asking. It was like, two.
Or where the, this was. I had to keep asking where to find that, and I felt like the second year they were more direct of where that was, so this year was kind of like, it's in this room, in this corner, and it's like...
room 127 or something.
It's in a different room this year, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in room 127. Yeah. It's like, because we're on the other side of the convention, because it was in, last year it was over there, but now it's the farmers convention. Yeah. And I felt like they should have kept it where the farmers convention was at, because it was way bigger.
Or did they plan for that, or was that like a last minute? Do you know?
They planned. Because you have to book your rooms and stuff, like how you create the dates and stuff. I believe that they knew that it was going to be on a different side. I think they threw out some hints last year that it was going to be on the other side this time. That where we was at is where the Capital Convention was at last year. Yeah. So, I feel like they should add it as an oversensory room, like
somewhere where people can calm down.
Yeah, the only thing that's equivalent to that is the VIP lounge, but you have to pay $100 to get a badge for that.
Yeah.
Like, I would only get that if it was like worth it for somebody.
Yeah. It didn't. The room when I peeked in didn't really seem worth it.
Yeah. I would love to go there just to have an option that I can sit here or do something. But like now we got this place, like we can chill here now. But
that'd be a really cool idea.
Like, hopefully, I always write that in. Every time they like send me the Indypopcon server, I'm like, because I've been sorry, because we used to have a media room that we did the interviews at.
Oh, cool.
But they took that away, and we don't have that anymore. So that's why we're here out in the open, which is very dangerous when we have the big stars.
Yeah.
You get girls coming yelling at you. You cannot take your picture. It was just intense. Alright, so we're gonna get. We would come back to Indypopcon in a bit, but let's get back to like YouTube and art and stuff like that. So like how much like did your like art change throughout the years? Like,
Well, short little rundown with like YouTube. I started watching TheTinyTaco. That was my very first YouTube, and I did like fan art, and I sent it to not Ryan, but
Sean?
his friend. Yes, I sent it to him, and he was like, "Oh, that's so cool! I love it." And he sent me this nice message and told me to like keep doing art. And this was like 7th grade, and I was like, "I'm gonna keep going." And so then I got into like more YouTubers, and over the years it just kind of like, for some reason, YouTube and art has just been kind of like hand-in-hand thing.
Yeah.
For me. I don't know how or why it did, but it just did.
Just came in a thing. So like, are we your first podcast you ever been on? Or have you been in others?
Yeah.
It was like,
This one.
so have you ever like thought about making your own podcast? Like talking about art or anything creative like
I
that?
have, it's just like, I have like a nervousness with being on camera, especially like streaming my own art. I'm just like, "Ooh, what do I say? I'm not like that interested. I don't like
Talk.
like Mark makes it look so easy when he's just like, oh, it's like,
Chatty cat face.
and I'm not like that chatty, you know. It's been like an idea, maybe like as my confidence grows bigger as I get older, but
I get
my
that.
anxiety.
Like if I like meet new people, I will be quiet sometimes. Like if I know no one at a party, I'll probably be quiet and slowly like talk. I will like start small talk, but I'm not gonna be like, I'm gonna talk your head off like I do with all my friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people like notice like you're very like quiet, like compared to the podcast. I'm like,
I don't know.
I was just like, I can't think. Is there any other podcasts you listen to?
See, like, I don't listen to, like, a whole bunch of podcasts. Like, it's mainly YouTube that I listen to. Cox and Crendor, here and there.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're great.
Yeah. That's probably the one. Like, I've listened to, like, TED Talks, but, like, I'm not, like, podcasts. It's usually just YouTube.
Like if there's like some reason like you couldn't do art or anything, what would you be doing?
Ooh, that is a good question. I actually don't know, because, like, art's very, like, my thing.
Yeah.
I do data entry during the day, and I'm really good with typing. I do about, like, 70 to 80 words per minute, so it's
like secretary or
some place where I don't have to interact with people, like, no service job, no, like, where I have to get everybody's, like, crap onto me. You know what I mean?
I get that.
Like, at my job, I just put my headphones on, I just type the entire day, I'm good. Anything where I just don't have to talk to people.
Was there any convention you went to that didn't involve gaming?
Who was that?
Like, have you ever been to a convention that never involved gaming?
The ASIN one, that one was just anime. And, like, I'm really into anime, but, like, that's kind of why I like indie pop, is because it's, like, so many different things.
It's like everything.
Yeah, it's like everything in one. It's like, okay, I can find many things I like in this.
How did you find out about Indypopcon?
I think just because of Mark was, like, the second year. And, like, I really did enjoy, like, the smallness of it. The very, like, it was a very warm convention, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, compared to, like, ASIN, like, it's just kind of, like, very distant. This one feels, like, a bit more lively, a bit more warm. And, yeah, I just heard it from Mark, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna go see Mark.
Let's just go. It's like right there.
Yep.
What's your like favorite moment at any con?
Meeting artists. That's my thing, meeting new artists. That's like I enjoy like seeing like the celebrities and like the YouTubers, but seeing other people's art and seeing other people interact with their art and get like really happy about it, that like really makes me happy.
Do you got any questions?
When you all get together, like, and talk about art, like, what's your favorite? What does it always come back to whenever you're talking with your other artist people?
A lot of the times when I meet artists, like, at these conventions, it's always, like what inspires you, what gets you going. Like, I just like getting to know how their brain thinks with art, because it's like, that's the thing with artists, is like, with anything, you're like looking at like how that's shaded, how that's colored, and it's like, you look at their art and you're like, wow, how does their brain kind of like process that and make that into something so beautiful? So I really like getting into like how they do their art. It's really cool. Yeah, it's really cool. Like for me, like I can like look around and be like, if I was drawing a scene, I would shade it like this and this color, and like that's what I like doing with artists. Asking those kind of questions.
So we're gonna move on to the Twitter question.
Oh boy.
So at I am Bitty Moon is, what was the coolest or strangest art commission you ever gotten?
See, I don't like have like a crazy story of like someone's like some like not safe for work like porn drawing or something. You know what I mean? Like I've never really gotten that. A lot of the stuff's my stuff's pretty timid. Like it's like family portraits. I think one of the ones I really liked, there's actually two. One's a Markiplier one and one's like an anniversary one. One was someone went to a convention. That was when Mark was hiding with that mask.
Yeah.
That one. And she met him, talked to him, and he surprised her. And she had me draw that moment that she saw him, how she was so happy, and he's like, ah. And that made me, she was so happy when she got that, and that one made me happy. That's one of my favorite ones. And then another one was, it was a comic about, like a Greek story about how these two souls, these two people came together and they bonded into a tree.
I saw that one. That was a cool one.
Yeah.
I really like that.
That would be like my top two coolest ones.
What's your favorite animal and why? Real or fantasy?
I really like cats a lot, but I really, really love otters. I was about to say F word, so I was like about to be just like, fucking love these.
Oh.
Yeah, I was about to like say it a bit too loud. But I saw them, and I saw a little otter plushie, a little keychain thing, and it was holding something, and I was telling Philip, there's so many plushies down there. So many. And I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh
and
no.
he's like, are you going to be okay? I'm like, oh,
no. So, this game, this competition is called Dumb Descriptions, where we're going to give you the worst descriptions that we can think of to live YouTubers. It can be anywhere there is music playing. It's the Batman.
It's the Batman.
We needed Ryan. Oh, he's a sweetheart.
Though.
Okay, he
But he's
turned it
cool.
off. He knows. Thank you, Batman.
Cool guy.
Batman.
So, you just gotta be 8.
Okay.
Alright. This YouTuber's eye needs to see a doctor.
Jacksepticeye?
Yes. Bing bong, this YouTuber is looking for a blacksmith.
No, Mark.
Yes.
I was about to say wait, and I was like, that's wrong.
This edgy ancient YouTuber used to go on crazy adventure with a chair. Yes. This YouTuber with the iconic green always have wacky ideas.
What was that?
This YouTuber with the iconic green always have wacky ideas. If you get stuck, I can read the other half of this.
No idea. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
So, altogether is this YouTuber with the iconic green always have wacky ideas. But hey, that's just a description, a YouTuber description.
I'm sorry.
You got 2 guesses. Is there anything? Okay, it was Game Theory, MatPat.
Oh, yeah, I don't really want my brother-in-law does, but...
This gamer is always playing in the sandbox. Their videos is a real hoot.
I know I'm gonna lose. I'm sorry. I was like, at first, I got this. I don't know.
Thanos Gaming.
Okay, yep. Yeah. I don't know.
Alright, this small Irish YouTuber is known for 2 things, Rap God and Pablo. Keyword you should be thinking of is small. He's not really small, it's just small as a nice synonym for his name.
I guess I don't know YouTubers too well.
And he's part of the Vanoss crew.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mini Lad.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope, I'm like, nope. I only know apparently the big ones.
This OG YouTuber hates his selfies so much that it's the title of his first book.
The only YouTuber I know that hides his face is Cry, but I don't.
There are any guesses? Or is Cry your guess?
Yeah,
No. You got one more chance if you want to.
Give her a hint.
I don't know.
See what he is a queen.
He's a hella queen.
He's a hella
OG
queen.
of YouTube, been there for years.
Yeah, he's
and
been there
years.
since PewDiePie time.
Oh, crap.
Like 10 years.
It's not a gamer. It's not
a gamer.
It's not a gamer. He's mostly a vlog, personal type of person.
Really relates to people our age. Right?
Hates his weight. 24/7.
I don't know.
It was Shane Dawson.
Oh my god. Okay, I hate myself for not knowing that one.
This YouTuber wants to battle.
Crap. I don't know YouTubers.
It's in his name. Wants to battle. It's Nate wants to battle.
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
These YouTubers caused a big reaction throughout the internet world. Keyword reaction.
That could go so many different ways. Is that the brothers,
Yes.
the React Bros, or
Getting there. They're not okay, but they're more synonyms for the word okay. Starts with an F.
oh god, I don't know. It's just like threw me
Totally
off
turned it
guard.
around.
You got the pros right. But the first word starts with the F. A nice synonym for okay.
I can only think of fun right now. I don't know.
It's a 4-letter word.
It is not coming to my mind.
I'll give you half a point for the bros part in React. Because they have a channel called React, but they're called Vine Bros.
Oh, okay. I was like, I only know them as like, you know, the Reaction Brothers or
The React people.
Yeah.
This is another OG YouTube group.
Oh boy.
This YouTuber's bowl cut was the thing of the past.
Smosh is only coming.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
At least I knew that one.
And this last one, you'll look at me weird,
Okay.
but I thought it was funny, but everybody disagreed, and I have weird humor. Okay, cock dental. Those are just
Rooster Teeth?
Yes.
Okay.
See, everyone's been getting Rooster Teeth, and everyone's like dissing on that one.
I think that's funny.
I thought it was great.
Like at first I was like, whoa, and then I was like, wait.
Everybody's gotten that one though.
Yeah, everyone's so far gotten that one. Okay, so we have to see.
Yeah.
4, right?
Yeah, apparently I'm just like fangirl for big YouTubers, I guess. I don't know.
Me. Always 24/7.
Like I only really watch Game Grumps anymore. That's all I really watch.
I go to sleep with Game Grumps on in the background.
Yes, so do I.
And get back to Game Grumps. But like, congrats on you being in the Game Grumps design.
Yeah. And Aaron slightly follows me. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, look
It was. I was like, I cried when that happened. I was like, oh my god, Aaron follows me. I was like,
yeah. Because at first I didn't know what a zine was. I was really late on that. So it was like a magazine, all the art. Okay.
yes.
I was making sure. I was like, everyone's in this. Like, what is a zine? I don't understand terminology here.
And I always call it a zine, but people call it zines.
Oh.
And that feels weird to me. I call it a
Zine.
zine, but
Is
people
it-
are like a zine.
Zine, magazine.
Yeah, magazine. But like I always call it a zine, and people are like,
Yeah, I call it a zine too. I was like, oh, I get it now. I'm like, oh, that makes more sense.
yeah, that's coming in. I think like in June. That was like backed up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've only done that one and the Breath of the Wild one. That one was fun.
So, that's the end of the podcast.
Awesome, thank you.
Just plug in all your social media.
Oh yeah, my social media, at Twitter, TheTinyTaco, Instagram, TheTinyTaco13, Facebook, TheTinyTaco. I'm pretty much TheTinyTaco everywhere except for Instagram. It's just 13 usually.
Alright. That's a wrap.
Oh. Hey, I'm Brian, also known as Girbeagly, and I'm excited to be back. It's gonna be good.
And I'm Ethan, or Crankgameplays on the internet, and we are here, back again, for the third time.
Third time.
Yeah, third time.
Yeah.
Crazy.
TheTinyTaco is back all the time.
Thanks for having us,
Yeah, thank you.
So, we can skip that question because you guys already answered that wrong. So, Indypopcon this year. This is the 5th year anniversary. So, how many times have you guys came?
I've been 4.
Yeah, and this is my third time.
So, like, how much would y'all compare, like, how much it grown and changed and stuff?
I mean, for me, it's been a big growth over the past. Well, specifically over the past like 2 years. But I originally came to Indypopcon when I had like a few thousand subs, and I met one person. And then like last year and this year, we did panels on the main stage and had like hundreds of people show up. And so there's definitely been a lot of growth in these past few years, especially the past 2 after I moved out to LA. So it's been crazy in a good way.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't moved nearly as far as Ethan has, obviously, but there's definitely been a lot of growth on my channel as well as within my community. And it's like Ethan said, like, it's really incredible because, like, now we're at the point where, like, we were able to do a second main stage panel, and that's, like, unreal. Like, it was one of the most surreal things ever to just stand up there and, like, talk in front of a bunch of people again. And I don't know, it's just, Indypopcon's so cool because the first year we did anything, it was in this tiny room, and the only people who showed up to us, like, people were just like, oh, there's a panel, we might as well stop by. Well, along with our community, but then we had like an impromptu signing.
Yeah.
It was just like so weird afterwards, where
so cool.
Everyone came up to us and they were like, "Hey, I've never seen your channel, but I want to talk to you or like give a signature, a picture." It was so awesome.
Yeah, that was so surreal because that was the first time that either of us had ever done like a signing or anything like that before. It was the first. I remember that was the first time that we had ever had a line of people.
Yeah.
And it was so nuts. It was so crazy. And like thinking back on it now, like when we do signings now, like there's a couple hundred people that come to the signings, and like back it was probably like
120 in that panel.
Yeah, but not everybody came out for the signing.
So there's like maybe 70 people at most that came out during that signing, and it was like that blew our minds then. So seeing its growth, like, there's never going to be a point where I'm like, okay, I'm used to this. It's always going to be a little bit of that, like, holy crap, why are there so many people here?
Yeah, so it definitely is. It's weird you don't really get used to it. It's always very, very odd seeing how many people show up. It's super cool though. Yeah, it's so fun.
Okay, so is there anything you guys think she's the Indypopcon should add or change?
I'm trying to think specifically. I mean, it would be nice to have a room to do these things in.
Yeah.
Like there was a few years ago.
Yeah, that would be
Bring
nice.
back the press room, please.
I like that they've always had a little bit of esports representation here, but with the way the market's taking off and how many people are interested in like going to a con and being like, I want to play games with my friends I only get to see like twice a year or once a year. That'd be really cool to have like another little esports room. They had that like last year, which was I think it was like a LAN lounge. And I know they have like an esports thing this time, but it's more of a stage.
So they had like the Icon tournament where you can go in and like do a 2-player fighting game.
Right.
Oh, that's all I
they
really
had
know.
stuff like that, which was cool. But I think it'd be cool if they added like a couple more things where people who are really into like gaming and esports things like that can like get together and be like, hey, I normally have to play over the internet with you, but now we're like sitting side by side while doing this thing.
Yeah. I missed the eSport arena that they had like 3 years ago. I think they had a.
That was fun. Was it last year they did the Overwatch tournament?
Yeah, we were in
Overwatch
that.
tournament.
We got to play with fans, which was really cool.
It was so
sucked, but it was awesome.
Super fun.
So like Indypopcon like representing a lot of indie games. Did y'all get a chance to look at any of the indie games or no?
I think
haven't walked the floor.
Yeah, this was the least amount of time I've ever gotten on the floor here. Every year it's like a little bit less time that we get to ourselves. But I mean, what I did see, I did like a quick walkthrough this morning before my panel, and there's a lot of really cool artists.
Yeah.
Merch booths as usual. So.
Yeah, there's always, it's cool coming to PopCon because like going to things like PAX and stuff, it's primarily gaming, but PopCon has a lot more different stuff. So it's a nice mixture of like art and comics and games and like pop culture stuff. So it's cool to get that mix here.
Yeah. The indie games I did walk by looked really cool. I would love to see like a bigger gaming representation here overall, but the thing I do really appreciate about Indypopcon is it's all about like supporting small creators. So like a lot of the artists that come here like wouldn't get the opportunity to go to like a PAX or something like that. But they still get like a booth here, and they get to still like show their wares, and they might have like the most unique art style ever, and it's so cool to see that out on the floor as like an accomplishment almost, or a testament to their work. So it's kind of neat.
So we're gonna get towards the little like personal YouTube questions. So like in the past year, how much did y'all's YouTube channel change?
Past year?
Yeah.
How much did it change us? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Like
in the past year, so like I'll spread it a little further than the year, like a year and a half, because like I've been out in LA now a little bit over a year. So my channel has changed me like as a person a lot. Not necessarily changed, but I've had to learn a lot of things because I had a lot of growth in a short amount of time. So I had to learn, even though I've been making videos on YouTube for the past like almost 6 years, only in the past year or so has it like really started to blow up. And so I had to figure out like how to manage a larger community in a really short amount of time. And having just like a lot more eyes on the channel was just like, oh, this is not something that I am used to at all. And then like on a convention side, like I used to be able to go to a convention and walk around all day and be totally fine. And now like coming to conventions, like we were just talking about, like we don't have, not only do we not really like have the time to walk the floor anymore, which kind of sucks, but also like going out to walk on the floor is like almost impossible, which is so weird because you just like get stopped every like 2 seconds, which is awesome, but it's just something that like I was not used to at all until my channel started growing more. So it's definitely weird changes. It's all good stuff, but it was a big learning year for me last year.
Yeah, I have to echo that last sentiment that Ethan made about it being a big learning year. Obviously, my channel hasn't like ballooned since last year, but I've definitely gotten a stronger community every single like day. It feels like they're stronger and more supportive, and that's amazing. But for me, I think my biggest thing that's changed over the past year specifically is just becoming a lot more comfortable with like finding my own groove. And it's always felt like that. I've been doing YouTube for over 5 years, and every year I do feel a little bit more comfortable. But this was kind of the year that it just like really started sticking. Like, this is really who I am. This is how I do commentary. These are the types of videos I want to make. These are the games I want to play. This is how I want to be represented in the community. And so that was sort of my learning experience, was just getting more comfortable and just feeling better about what I was making. So, yeah.
So, like a little bit more back to like Indypopcon. Like Indypopcon is like more representing like how the growth of the podcasting community is growing and everything. We know that you started a podcast. Do you ever start about thinking about starting a podcast?
Yeah. My girlfriend Morgan and I, for a while, have been talking about doing a podcast where it's gonna basically be like the Seinfeld or Friends of podcasts. I mean, as many podcasts already are. It's not like it's an original idea, but one of the things that we've always talked about is since we started dating, like we've never run out of things to talk about. So sometimes I'll bring those things up on like live stream, like random topics, and people will be like, "Oh, I love just like how your live streams bounce from topic to topic. It's really relatable. It's really fun."
Wow, so relatable.
I know. So hashtag relatable. But we're definitely thinking about doing one of those. I also did get to be a guest on Ethan's Trash Goblin podcast.
That's
with
right.
Andrew.
The podcast that is very consistent and we consistently post it every week, and we definitely have been recording and posting them consistently for the past like 3 months. We definitely haven't not recorded a podcast in like 3 months.
Yeah.
Totally. So it's very consistent.
That was very fun to be a guest on podcast. Anytime I get invited to be on a podcast, I have a blast because I have a blabbermouth. I don't really have to worry about being on camera. So.
You want to talk about a little more about your podcast? Like,
yeah, so I started it with my friend Andrew, which I actually started Crankgameplays with. And then eventually I just did it on my own. And so he and I have been friends since we were in 2nd grade. And so we've been like making videos and like dumb skits and stuff forever. And then once we graduated high school, we were like, we should do like a podcast kind of thing. That would be fun. And so it's been like on and off for the past like 2 years because we're not consistent with it at all. Because like I'll get really busy, he's in school, and so he's always busy. So it's not consistent, but when we do it, it's really fun. And it's just basically him and I just like shooting the shit for an hour. And he's like one of my best friends, and we've known each other forever. So it's just super easy to talk to him.
Is there any podcasts you guys listen to y'all really love or anything?
Yeah, I'm actually really into some of the guys who are here. They do a podcast called the Chilluminati Podcast, and they're really cool guys. I've been following all of their individual content for a while, but they talk a lot about like supernatural and paranormal stuff, which is just, I don't know, a guilty pleasure of mine. Like reading about ghosts and stuff, and I just like it. It's just really neat.
I listen to so many podcasts. The first podcast that I ever like got super into was a podcast called The Comedy Button, which is done by some people that most of them, I don't know if they all work there anymore, but quite a few of them work at IGN, and it's just guys like shooting the shit for an hour, and they're all really good friends, and it's super cool. And so that, and then last podcast on the left I listen to, which is one that's similar to that, which is just like paranormal stuff and like stuff about like serial killers and stuff. I listen to the Super Mega Cast. I listen to a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, I did listen to Super Mega too. It's it's good stuff.
Like, have you ever like listened to Lore? Lore would be a good.
Yeah,
I love Lore. That's great. So. If YouTube just suddenly never existed in the world, cliche question, what you guys be doing right now?
Twitch.
If YouTube never existed. I guess I probably would have gone to film school, I guess. I probably would have gone to get a degree.
For me, like I've always wanted to create, and I've always been sort of like involved in something creative. Before YouTube ever was even a thought in my head as something to do, I used to make music. So I'd probably either be pursuing that or possibly doing voice acting or something.
Overwatch League has been a big thing this year. So was any team that you guys was like rooting for or anything?
I feel like we both like the same team. New York.
Yeah, New York XL is clearly, I mean, I'm a Korean from New York, so I'm like legally obligated to like them. But they're a great team. I've been following some of those guys for the past few years through like Apex League in Korea and stuff like that. So I'm very familiar with a lot of the names in Overwatch League. But yeah, they're my number one team, and they're the best team in the league right now. So.
I don't watch Overwatch League as much as I should, especially because they have Blizzard has like the Overwatch League like arena in LA, and I can so easily go to it. And I've only been to like 2 games, and I need to go and do more. I'm actually going really soon, so that'll be fun. But it's really cool seeing esports become more of like a mainstream thing, and it being taken a lot more seriously. And now that they have like a building dedicated to like hosting matches and stuff, and it's always filmed and live streamed, it's so cool to see. And it's also crazy to see like how many people are so invested in it. I went last year at BlizzCon. They were doing the World Cup, and that was such a cool event to go to. And there was just like such a crazy amount of energy in the arena for every match, and it was so awesome.
That was the best World Series of any esports thing I've ever seen. That World Championship was so freaking
Specifically,
good.
South Korea versus the US.
Yes,
that
game
game
was
was
the
awesome.
best match
It was
I've
so
ever
great.
seen in Overwatch history. It was so good.
So awesome. And I'm not going to be in LA when the World Cup is happening this year, and I'm sad about it.
Yeah, we're gonna move on to a little Twitter question. Some fans.
Yeah.
So, at Plant Green Ray, they said if you could create any game catered to you completely with limitless money and talent at your disposal, what kind of game would you like to make?
Skate 4. It's not even a joke.
Yes.
That's my answer. I love Skate 3 and all the skate games so much. I don't even know like what it is about them. I just like they're big like time waster games where I just like put so many hours into those games, and it was just a game that I could like always go back to and mess around in. And I want EA to stop procrastinating and start making the game that everyone wants, which is Skate 4.
It reminds me of like I got into it because I remember the old like Tony Hawk Pro Skater games.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
I
big
love
skate,
those.
like
Those
those big
games are
skate
awesome.
Green Day on PS2. I was like
Yeah.
so into those because like my brother needed BMX, so like I was like skater things, and like my emo phase just made that way too intense.
I think I'll play a skating game like once, and then my nephew, who was 4 years old, like beat me at it. He's like doing all these flips. He's like, I don't know how this controller works. Making me feel like an old lady with this now.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like.
They like halfway made this game already, but it's another EA property actually. So
Sims.
Yeah, obviously.
Whoa.
I'm in Sims 18 right now. For I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, and I was a big fan of this old PC game called X-Wing vs. TIE Fighter, which was incredible because you got to choose to be the Rebel Alliance or the Imperial, like TIE Fighter pilots, and it was so cool because you just flew around in these giant battles and you like blew up starships, and they kind of did that with Battlefield 2, but they missed the mark with a lot of stuff in my opinion.
Did you ever play the pod racing game for instance?
Yeah.
It was so intense.
Yeah, that
It's
was
so
a
awesome.
very high speed game. Now that was pod racing.
That's pod racing.
Yeah. But I like that because I just like space combat, like not being, I don't know, all your actions being dictated by gravity, and then being able to like blow up entire flagships and stuff was so cool in that game. So yeah.
At Carteret Hearts, what is something you like to do to make yourself less stressed?
Keep it family friendly.
No.
Wow. Such a bold accusation.
Recently, whenever I've gotten stressed out, I've been going to the gym a lot recently. Because when I was younger, I did gymnastics, and so I worked out like every day. But I think that was like a big thing from when I was younger with all of my teenage angst, that like I didn't punch anyone. It was because I was working out super hard every day. And so recently, whenever I get stressed out, I just like go to the gym and then get angry at weights or something. Either that or just like go for a walk. I miss having a dog. Or I can bring on walks.
Yeah, I was gonna say pet my cats. I love having little fuzzy guys in my apartment, and they just run around, and I like pick them up and like pet their heads, and they're super happy. So I love that. I also do a lot of like gaming. Like I'll throw in something that's like less intense. Like I'll play like an MMORPG that's like just do this fetch quest, now do this fetch quest. And it just sort of mindless lets me.
I'm playing Final Fantasy 14 recently.
You told me that.
And it's so nice.
Yeah,
it's so
wonderful.
relaxing. It's so relaxing.
It's like even the big battles, you're like, it's doing most of it for me.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just a click of a button.
So I'll like throw on some like chill beats, like lo-fi streaming radio, and like play one of those.
And Blue Boy, what did you buy with your first paycheck?
What did I buy with my first paycheck?
Like first paycheck ever, or
Yeah,
first like
ever.
YouTube paycheck? Okay.
My first paycheck ever, I didn't get because my deal with my parents was I would put my money in my college fund. So I didn't. That's what I did.
Yeah.
It was my first paycheck. But an actual answer, like the first thing that I bought, I don't know.
It's hard to think.
It's
back
probably
that
video
far.
games.
Yeah, I'm sure mine was like something stupid like video games or like a comic book, like a graphic novel I really wanted. Because I was like 15 and I was like a dishwasher in a kitchen. So like it wasn't like I had much else going on in life. I was like, I want to get toys for me. So yeah, I can't really think of anything specific.
Probably video games.
All I'm thinking about is when I first got my paycheck, I worked at a Whole Foods store and I bought a 3-pound bag of Skittles.
Oh
and
man,
I ate it during my entire, like, I ate it for my first period, my last period. I remember just
That's
like,
horrible.
awful decision.
I went comatose for about 4 seconds and like fell asleep sitting up. And, like,
that
So it was a 3-pound bag.
It was a
Yeah.
3-pound bag.
I don't think I've eaten 3 pounds of candy in my life.
Oh,
That's
it was
crazy.
I ate a 3-pound
my,
gummy
like-
bear. Not proud of that moment.
I'm not proud of it. I remember zoning out, and I came back, and my friend was like, "Were you reading?" And like we were doing like King Lear, so I was supposed to read a part, and I like sat there, holding my seat, just like kind of like slowly but surely coming down from it. And I'm just like, "Hey, what's up?" And they're like, "You haven't read any of your lines. The class is over. We've been sitting here waiting for you to leave."
Are you on drugs? No, I'm on Skittles.
Skittles.
So many Skittles. I just like astral projected like Doctor Strange.
Nice.
I bought Indypopcon tickets on my first paycheck ever.
Yeah. That's something cool. Like I'm like, oh, I'm going to video games.
Like, it was a year where Mark and Jack came in. I was like, gotta go. Let's go.
That's cool.
At Septic Whoosh, what is something you will change about your YouTube journey?
I mean, this is sort of like cliche, but like, I wouldn't change anything because then things probably wouldn't be the way that they are now. But if I could like make my videos less cringy to look at than the past, that'd be nice. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't really change anything.
For me, Ethan knows about this, but if you go back to like my videos from like years ago, and you look at my thumbnails, they're all really, really bad. They're like MS Paint bad. And there's this thing I used to do back in the day where it's like, oh, this is really dry humor. Like, I'm gonna make my thumbnails intentionally horrible, and people will be like, haha, we're part of the joke. But no one else was part of the joke. It was just me. So like, people were just like, dude, I like your videos, but your thumbnails suck so much. And I was like, that's the joke. And they're like, there's not a joke there. So I'd probably go back and slap myself and be like, don't do JPEGs and like MS Paint images. Don't do that. Make real thumbnails. Don't use the same impact text on every thumbnail.
I really wish that I could like go back to when like right before I started YouTube, or like when I first like I wonder if I would be a fan of myself. Do you ever think about that?
Absolutely.
I don't know. It's like I would think that I'm cool now. I don't know.
I think like, whoa, cool. That guy's making it, doing that somehow.
Okay. So don't trip. I'm going to give you 11 descriptions, and you guys will tell us what YouTube is. It could be any type of YouTube. It could be a blogger, it could be a gamer, a beauty guru, it could be anything.
Okay.
The first couple ones should be really easy.
So we get to work together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Nice. Good.
Cool. Yes.
So we're idiots.
Or just handicapped.
You guys get.
Yes.
You guys can have 2 guesses.
Okay.
And if we can give you a clue.
Yeah.
You can ask for a clue.
Nice.
All right. So the first one. This YouTuber's eye needs to see a doctor.
It's
Jacksepticeye.
Yes.
There we go.
Nice, dude.
Teamwork.
So good.
All right. All right. Bing bong. This YouTuber's looking for a blacksmith.
That's
Mark.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Dude, sick.
Alright.
This edgy ancient YouTuber used to go on crazy adventures with a chair.
Felix.
PewDiePie.
Yes.
Good boy.
Yes, good work.
We're the best.
All right, it's getting a little bit harder. This is the medium round.
Okay.
All right, this YouTuber with the iconic green always have wacky ideas. I'm only giving you half of the description right now.
The iconic what?
With wacky idea. Oh, iconic green.
Yeah. Iconic green.
I'm only giving you half of the description. If you guys ask for,
has wacky ideas.
Always has wacky ideas.
Okay. I used to use a different word, but everybody said it was given away, so I had to say ideas. And if you guys ask for a clue, I'll read the rest of it.
I would like to call in a lifeline.
Alright, I'm gonna start from the beginning. This YouTuber with the iconic green always have wacky ideas, but hey, that's just a description, a YouTuber description.
Oh,
not bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
That one's a rough one.
Yeah.
You usually have to get the second line.
Yeah.
This gamer is always playing in the sandbox. Their videos are a real hoot.
Oh, is this Vanos?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
I get it.
And the sandbox.
Hey.
Yeah,
I get it.
You got it.
This small Irish YouTuber is known for 2 things: Rap God and Pop.
I don't know any
Rap
Irish
God
YouTubers.
What was the last one?
Pablo.
Irish YouTuber.
Focus on the word small. He's not really small, but small.
I don't know any Irish YouTubers.
I know this one, but I'm blanking. Why am I blanking on his name? It's because I'm a fake fan.
I don't know any Irish YouTubers other than
Sean.
Don't focus on the Irish part. Focus on the
small.
And I know why am I blanking. It's probably because it's Sunday and I'm very tired.
You want to call in for a clue?
Yeah.
Call in.
Think more on the band outskirt.
Yeah.
Oh, is it wait, it's not Delirious. It's
on the word small.
Smallish. Wait, I don't remember his name.
I don't know who it
You
is.
guys give up?
Yeah.
I think we have to.
Mini Lad.
Oh, Lad.
I forgot that he's Irish.
Yeah, I forgot he's Irish too.
That's what get everyone.
Ah, darn it.
Alright.
Failed that.
This OG YouTuber hates his selfies so much that it's the title of his first book.
Oh, it's Shane Dawson.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Sick.
Yeah, I just started watching his channel again recently.
Yeah, his videos are good.
Putting some cool stuff out.
This YouTuber wants to battle.
Nate wants to battle.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
These YouTubers cause a big reaction throughout the internet.
Fine Brothers.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. TM.
This YouTuber's bowl cut was a thing in the past.
Bowl cut?
Bowl cut.
Bowl cuts.
He's known for having a bowl cut.
They're known for having a bowl cut.
Thing
Don't
of the
say what you
past.
normally say unless that's for who.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Well, I was gonna be like,
Bowl
who
cut.
has a bowl
Or
cut?
who had one.
It's a hat.
Well, it's hat.
It's past
It's
tense
Ian
bowl
from
cut.
Smosh.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Okay, I always
And then-
forgot that he used that.
Me
before.
too, and it's weird because I've been watching them since like they started.
Yeah.
Alright, this is the last one.
Okay.
So far, you're already the winners.
Nice.
I want this to be known.
But everyone always gave me weird looks on this one and told me to take it out of the list, but I wanted it. So, Cock Dental.
What?
Excuse me?
Cock Dental.
Cock Dental.
Oh, Rooster Teeth.
Yes.
Oh, nice one. Dude, that was just a riddle.
That's just
I just
real.
I didn't hear what you said the first time.
Yeah,
I
I
was
just
like,
heard the first part. It's like, well.
I was like, am I supposed to be offended? No, it was.
Why would you trigger?
Oh, my worse when she was calling me these. I was like, I didn't understand what it was, and she just ran out, and I was like, fellatio? It's like,
and it was like, I tested this out with like 6 different people, and they was like, Taylor, you can't say that on the internet. It's like, it's my podcast. I put it in what I want.
Say whatever you want on the internet.
Yeah,
so I mean, what's the point?
Yeah, it's fine. We can say whatever we want.
Can't take it away.
Monetization.
Alright, 20%.
That's a struggle nowadays.
Well, that was the end. You guys are the winner. You only missed one.
Yes, we won.
Yay!
Thank you for witnessing our victory in us. It's because of you, camera.
It's only camera. Thanks,
Only
Caitlyn.
camera and the like passing us on the street.
So you guys like to put y'all plug-ins, get that extra subscribe to that sweet exposure.
Yeah.
You can find me at youtube.com/Girbeagly.
And you can find me at youtube.com/Crankgame.